category.
Welcome in, everybody.
Pro bowler Kyle Hamilton returned versus LA, and he joined Evan after warm-ups.
Kyle, what's the proper mindset for a game that you described as a playoff-type game against the Bears today?
It's just that. It's just playoff mentality. I mean, we put ourselves in this position, and I think today will be a good indication of what we want the rest of our season to look like. So we got to come out and play fast.
How would you describe the belief you and this team have in Tyler?
Come on. Trying to fix something with fantasy here.
I mean, he's, if not the best backup quarterback in the league, you know, we have.
Oh, they won't let me change it.
We'll come out here today and do so.
Kyle, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Unbelievable. I'm going to lose that game. All right, welcome in. Serpa, Mike Beachman, Fred O'Malley, T-Mac, Debbie Bernfeld, Doug, hello, Alex, hello, Kolya, hello. Welcome in.
But they're also looking for some consistency from the quarterback position, Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I think if you're a Bears fan, you're sitting there extremely excited. You're on a 4-game win streak, and you haven't played a full, complete game of football as a team yet.
This is going to be fun.
This week, he wants to get that completion percentage up. He wants to make sure he's taking the right times.
We are just a couple moments away from kickoff, everybody. What's up, Hot Wax? How you doing?
The keys to the game for both these teams. The Bears on offense want to continue.
It's going to be a big Derrick Henry day for the Ravens.
And on defense, keep getting those takeaways in bunches. For the Ravens, give the ball to number 22. Let Derrick Henry carry the offense. And on defense, somehow make some negative plays, sacks, turnovers.
Today, we've got the Bears and the Ravens. Countdown to kickoff continues. Just the 8th all-time meeting between these two teams.
Bears and Ravens from Baltimore.
Charm City.
Can't believe it wouldn't let me change my quarterback. Roger, welcome in. Francisco, welcome in. Manuel, hello. Bears fan here, but I like Baltimore too. Our Pup Jack, what's up? If anybody's new, hit that sub today. Sub it up. We're going to have some fun here today. Our screen will change at the start of the game.
No payments until 2026 and big savings. I mean, Coons big. Online at Coons.com.
Injury is hard enough. The legal part shouldn't be. That's why our clients say we make it simple. Support you can feel, and your lawyer is just a text away. That's how we do things.
Welcome in, everybody.
Call Rice.
Glad you're here.
He has an open lane and makes his move. He might. He could. He did reach for his M&T Bank Ravens debit card. Oh, what a play! And a completion. Touchdown!
I think flowers on your card.
Good eye.
Get your M&T Ravens debit card and make every tap feel like a touchdown.
Let's start it good. Let's get it. I want a big game today. Big, fun, high-scoring game would be great. I don't know if we'll get that. We'll see. Could be a ground and pound type of day. John, Surfbum John hitting us up with 5 memberships. Wow, thank you, John. King Twister, Sean Williams, Mike Trout, Jay Smith, and Trey Bishop all blessed because of John. John, thank you for your generosity for the channel, Preston and myself, and for blessing those 5 members of our community. I appreciate you.
When you're hurt in an accident, you need more than just a lawyer. You need a team. At Rice Law, that's what you get. A trusted team looking out for you. All working for one goal. Your recovery. Rice Law.
Let's go, let's go. Yeah, John, that's cool. Thank you, bud. Let's get these commercials done. It all goes back into the channel, that's for sure. Tamia, hello, welcome in.
Looking for big savings on a new Toyota? How about a new Ford? Maybe a new Chevy. Well, find out.
I'm ambivalent here. I mean, if the Ravens are going to have a bad season, tank it and get the top pick. What's up, Matt Walter? Welcome in.
All right.
Mike Wazowski in the house as well. We will get a screen change at kickoff. Screen change at kickoff.
It's week 8 of the NFL on CBS.
Week 8 of the NFL. We got paratroopers coming into M&T Bank Stadium.
Matched up with the Ravens.
That's pretty cool.
Is next.
Opening kick is next. Mr. Thibodeau. Hello, Jason. Welcome in. Steve Browning, good to see you.
It could be simple.
I don't know who's back and who's out. I haven't seen an injury report yet. Steve, I've been busy this morning handling family stuff. So I missed that Lamar was out. I had him starting in my fantasy league. So that hurt me.
All customers get a profit boost every NFL.
We'll find out here shortly.
Better ingredients, better pizza.
I'm just ready for an optimistic game here. Ravens could get smashed today. Who knows?
Where I got my car, and I'd like you to beat it with a better deal on one of these fine cars. Not how it works. Verizon it is. Anyone can bring their AT&T or T-Mobile bill, and they'll give you a better deal. Isn't Verizon expensive? No. Better deal.
Brian Tucker, welcome in.
I'll take this little red situation here. Don't call it that. Bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today for a better deal. On your way.
Cakes, hello, buddy. Welcome in.
With Chewy Pharmacy, save 20% and make every pet a healthy pet. Get quality meds to help with anything. Fleas, allergies, or recoveries. Delivered fast. For great prices, for life with pets, there's Chewy Pharmacy.
All right, that should be the last set of things.
And that was one of the greatest days of my life. That day was ruined.
Well, we'll wait and see.
Accusations that my birds only won.
If they lose again today, well, I mean, we're at a point now where it almost doesn't matter if Lamar starts anymore. Can't come back. Can't make playoffs. No matter how healthy you get. We will see. I've never jumped out of a plane, no. Here we go. Here we go. Never jumped out of a plane.
Welcomes you to the following presentation
of the National Football League. Again, our screen will change when we call the kickoff.
Back in Baltimore, really comfortable.
60 degrees outside today. It's nice in the sun. I was just outside.
For the rest of the afternoon. And
there's the inactives. Alexander.
Baltimore won the toss. They deferred.
That's a couple defensive. Baltimore won the toss and deferred. Baltimore won the toss and deferred. Here comes the kick.
Game-winning streak and a chance to move to 5.
Boom! There's your kick. We're off and running. Here's your return for the Bears out to the 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. And we got a flag down. It's going to move them backwards. Hello, Quilek. Welcome in. As soon as this commercial's over, I'll take the thing down here. There we go.
Chicago. Dominique Robinson.
Holding. Take it back 10 yards. Good to see everybody in here. Miami over Atlanta. Boy, that would be an upset, John.
This is not the way you want to open up your.
I've got the red zone on too, so we'll be able to keep up with it.
5th round draft pick back in 2022. Played at Miami, Ohio. Interesting background. He was a high school QB, a college wide receiver, then made the switch to defense.
You just see him get rolled up on from behind there. Almost like some of those offensive tackle plays where they get rolled up on from the other side. Unfortunately, just catches his own guy.
Robinson is up and walking.
All right, here we go.
And the penalty is going to send the Bears back to the 27-yard line, coming off a 26-14 win over New Orleans. And the big key, JJ, they've been forcing turnovers left and right. Now they want to see a complete game offensively with Caleb Williams completing passes at a higher rate than he's done so far this season.
All right, here we go.
Excited to see this Ben Johnson offense.
Under center, single back set, wide receiver in motion. Play action, go to throw. Got it caught, first down, out to the 35, out to the 40, and knocked out of bounds as he hits his tight end.
He's missing his first game as a pro. And it's an 18-yard pass play to start things off.
18 yards to Loveland.
that they opened up with a tight end pass to their rookie. Number 75 is over. They've been looking to get the ball more.
Loveland, the rookie tight end. It is National Tight End Day.
Settle, get him a ball that's easy to complete, and let his guys go out there and make plays.
Yes, all week, every meeting. Guys, National Tight End Day.
Handoff up the middle, short run, gain of about 2.
Gets the call.
Not much.
The rookie out of Rutgers coming off his best game as a pro. Second down and 9.
Second down and 9. Second and 9.
What are you looking for here today with the Bears on offense, Baltimore on defense?
The Bears have talked a lot about how they worked on their run game during the bye week, and it has shown.
Yeah, I saw that, John. They're wearing retros.
Yards per game in the NFL. And they said, what was the key? What was the difference? They said, literally just...
Second down and 9, under center.
Footwork, doing our job.
Play action again, go to throw. Cross the middle, caught.
On a crossing route and makes the connection with Odunze.
Odunze on the catch for a first down.
Yard hookup into Baltimore territory.
Gain of 17.
This is a great job by Caleb. He just sets his feet and throws a beautiful ball across the middle to Odunze, and it's really good start to this game. 2 completions, exactly what they're looking for, and they're not short ones either. They're moving the ball down the field at a real nice clip early in this game.
We asked Caleb about the dynamic.
Handoff. Play action, nice run. Inside the 40 to 39. Eagles just scored a touchdown in their game. Eagles just scored a touchdown. Looks like it's Barkley on a big run. Saquon on a huge run of 60 yards almost for Barkley.
Yes, I think that was the big takeaway from that meeting, was how willing to learn Caleb is. He admitted that early on it was...
Second down and 7, Chicago.
I thought it was very telling when he said, he coaches, I listen.
Extra offensive line.
Changing the play at the line. Handoff. Swift. Inside the 30 to the 29.
Like a knife.
Another first down.
And Roquan Smith, his former college teammate at Georgia, makes the tackle.
These outside zones and then cut back is where they have been so successful this year. They haven't been great up the middle in their gap schemes, but these wide zone concepts where it allows Swift to find his cut have been very successful, and those are the ones he talked about them improving on during that bye week.
Key block from Joe Tooney, who has been such an outstanding pickup.
Shotgun, rolls to his right, go to throw. Caught. Odunze again. Gain of another 10 or 12, almost 13. Odunze on the catch again. He looks like he's going to be the key guy today.
Creativity on display on this first drive. That very first play, they roll out to Caleb's left and get it to Loveland. They have a drop back from the pocket. They're running the ball, and now they roll him out to the right side and have an easy completion right in front of his face. Really nice job mixing it up from Ben Johnson so far.
Remember, these guys were 4-2 last season at the same spot, and then the wheels came off. They lost 10 in a row. They have assured everybody that's asked it's a different team this year.
Handoff up the middle. Down inside the 10 to the 9.
Another strong move for 7 yards. DeAndre Swift, we asked him, what's the difference this year? He said, relentless, the drive, everybody on offense on the same page.
Anybody brand new in here for the first time, say hello. We'd love to welcome you in.
Really emerging in year 2.
Yeah, Swift has a chance to be the first Bear to have 3 straight 100-yard games since Matt Forte did it in 2013.
Second down and 3. Fake the handoff.
Second down and 3, gonna roll. Pump fake. He's inside the first down marker. Williams diving for a first down, and it is going to be first and goal, Chicago Bears.
This has been one of those talking points of when do you let Williams loose on the ground, and when does he have to recognize that you got to run the play that's been called for?
Yeah, and I think this play was a perfect example of Caleb Williams listening to his coach. He talked about how sometimes on those scramble plays, Caleb hunts the big game. And sometimes you just have to take the check down or either.
Correction, 3rd and 1. They marked him short. 3rd and 1, they marked him short, and now we got a false start. That's going to move him back to 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. Danger Stats. Welcome in, Danger Stats. I appreciate you coming back in, Danger Stats.
Just because there's a penalty doesn't mean that they eliminate National Tight End Day.
Give and take.
I mean, 3rd and 6 now. 3rd and 6.
We didn't do a good enough job as defensive linemen because I don't even know when our day is.
It's in August. Darn. 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Look at the throw. Caleb running for his life. Rolls to his right. Throws. Caught. First down. Azuzie again. Adunze is the big play today. If you got him with more yards than he's supposed to, you're going to make some money.
That they worked on during the bye week, sounds like it was very productive bye week for them, was their scramble rules. They wanted to get on the same page. Caleb and the receivers didn't feel like they were quite on the same page. And right here is exactly what they were talking about. He knows where his receivers coming across.
1st and goal, Chicago Bears.
To be an easier throw while he's outside that pocket.
Under center, single back set.
Trying to reverse fortunes in the
handoff Swift. Down to the 3. Cincinnati now up 3-0 on the Jets. Cincinnati up 3-0 on the Jets.
This Ravens defense knows that they have to step up. They get Roquan back.
2nd down and goal. 2nd down and goal.
With the hamstring injury, they started out the year very rough, which they did last year and weren't able to turn it around. But like defensive coordinator Zach Orr said, this is a little bit of a bigger hole, and they know they need to bring a little more pressure.
Baltimore was
2nd and goal. 2nd and goal.
Gets set at the line. Monungai is in.
Handoff. Nope, nothing. Got hit, lost the yard. Lost the yard.
It's a loss of 2.
Back to the 5. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal.
Yeah, nobody blocks Travis Jones up the middle. It almost, as a defensive lineman, you look at it and you think, is this a trap? Is somebody coming to wipe me out from the side? But they just didn't block him. They left him alone and completely blows up the play before it even started.
Bears have a 59.
New England just went up 3-0 on Cleveland. New England up 3-0 on Cleveland. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Pressure coming. Going to throw. Williams about to go down. He does. Back at the 14. Ravens get to him with a sack. It's going to be a field goal attempt for Chicago. Baltimore's defense bends but not break.
Green, you're going to see him right here on this outside edge. It's a beautiful chop down to the outside arm, which then gets him a clean run around the.
That was pretty all the way around there for the Ravens to hold on to that. Nice movement by Chicago.
Here on the first drive.
Field goal is good.
Against Las Vegas has kept Santos out of action, and the Bears score first.
Bears score first, 3-0. Anybody brand new here for the first time, say hello. We'd love to welcome you in.
Not all awards are the same. Some are questionable.
We'd like to welcome you in.
I might as well go out here and celebrate my best comedian under 5'6" in a movie inspired by board game award. How about this doozy here? The lead supportive actor. Hurt my feelings a little bit, but I still took it. My best actor in a hemorrhoid infomercial. I also got a Tony. Tony, come on, stand up. Look alive. If you want to talk about real awards, Verizon just got J.D. Powers Best Network Quality 35.
Got all kind of games in action going on today, all around the NFL.
Verizon was just awarded the best 5G network, the most reliable 5G network.
Looks like Buffalo's going to try to kick a field goal.
T-Mobile, possibly the best. Oh my goodness! I was just awarded the best actor in the Verizon ad. Now this would mean something.
Buffalo hits the field goal. They're up 3-0 in their game.
Here we have Venomous Perpetuous, also known as the creature of habit. Really, will he?
If the Ravens lose today, they can leave Lamar out for a couple more weeks and just do whatever. Go for a better draft pick. That's what I would say. You can't make the playoffs. Go for a better draft pick.
This might call for a reclassification. Evolve your care for sexual health, weight loss, hair loss, and more.
Wow, Houston's in an alternate uniform today. I really like it. I really like Houston's uniform.
fluff my feathers. It cuts through the slimy stuff better than their old dish soap, removing 99% of grease. That's why only Dawn is trusted to save.
Miami could be a big upset today.
The new monster menu is now at Burger King.
Really?
Frightfully thoughtful.
I'd love A-Chain to have a big game today. I got him as a running back.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon.
All right, Ravens getting the ball for the first time. Coming up here on the kick.
Healthcare designed for you and delivered to your door. And by Burger King. At BK, have it your way. You rule.
Last meeting between these two teams, it was 2021. Tyler Huntley started for the Ravens. Devontae Freeman with the go-ahead touchdown. And Baltimore winners 16-13.
All right, here comes the kick.
The Bears strike first with a field goal. Cairo Santos will kick it off. Rasheen Ali and Keaton Mitchell are the deep men.
Boom, there's your kick.
This one is angled towards Ali.
Taking it to 10, 15, 20, 25. Runs right into a ton of people at the 27 and dropped right there.
Hard hit on special teams by DeMarco Jackson. Tyler Huntley, he was all smiles this week, got the reps, feels prepared. This is his third stint as a Baltimore Raven.
Yeah, he's very familiar here. Baltimore fans will be familiar with him, and we know what they did this offseason. They went out, they got Cooper Rush to be the backup, hoping that he'd be able to step in and lift the team when Lamar was out. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way, so they turned back to a guy who...
Huntley handoff. Henry with a run. You're going to see a lot of that today. Short run, gain of about 3 or 4. Anybody brand new in here for the first time, please say hello.
So for Baltimore, it has been a huge issue. -7 turnover differential. Completely different story for the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears #1 in the NFL in turnover differential. They're taking the ball away at an unbelievable rate. 11 interceptions on the year. So that's going to be a major key today to see if they can keep that incredible clip up or if they start to come back to...
Second and 6. Play action. Go to throw. Pressure coming. Huntley steps up and almost fumbles it. And he got it back. Oh, he almost lost the ball.
Had a beat on the quarterback and never gave up on the play. Huntley thought...
3rd down and 9 coming up now.
It's a loss of 3.
Loss of 3 on the play.
Such a good job by Montez Sweat. Staying home, not getting himself to jump, not getting himself to do anything crazy, just staying with it. And then raking down on that arm and trying to get the ball out. Just able to keep a hand on it was Huntley as he went down, but really nice job by Montez.
3rd down and 9. 3rd and 9. Shotgun formation.
Baltimore, first possession of the day for the Ravens. Motion man is Flowers.
Looks to Flowers, throws underneath, caught. Flowers trying to get a first down and can't do it. Baltimore's going to go 3 and out. Zay Flowers on the catch, but not for much. Gain of 6 maybe.
Grew up in the same general area. They pick up 7 yards on the play, and it's not enough.
Yeah, he tried to kind of dance and see if he could find a gap, and it was a little too late to go forward at that point. Easier said than done when we're looking at it in hindsight, but maybe just put your foot in the ground and try and see if you can plow forward for the first down there.
That was a quick 3 and out.
And Duvernay.
Here's your punt. Boom, got it off.
Sailing kick.
Taking it to 10. 15 out of bounds right away. It's a 15. Cleveland just scored. They're going ahead 7-3 over the Patriots.
First quarter action.
Cincinnati also driving on the Jets. After the Jets went for it on 4th and 1 at their own 30 and didn't get it. What the heck is wrong with you? Punt the ball.
All customers get a profit boost every NFL game. Fair to it. Play your game.
That's ridiculous.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm.
Cincinnati's about to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Where do we even get this guy?
Nope, they're going to mark him at the 1. First and goal, Cincinnati.
You think I have a shot to make the team? No. So don't settle for just getting insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Here's to the stop that never stops.
They're going to easily beat the Jets today.
It's everything from just one spot to America's #1 spot for winners. It's a ride. Wingstop is here.
Training day starts with a service. First the weight room, then it's straight to conditioning. Get out stream. Quick pause for the cameras, and it's still
Definitely grab one empty one out of the garage.
keep my energy right. Grab a Celsius.
You won't remember my name. This is the last time you will see me at the top.
Where is Amber?
Not today. This is
Here, please.
But not today. I want to carry on. You will see me at the top. This is the last time you won't remember my name.
Cakes, you guys are doing good, but you should. It's the Jets. I mean, you can't hoo-day on the Jets. That's illegal.
Halloween special is finally here.
Coach was playing Madden last night. Great comment. Hey, can you turn on that light? Hang my jacket back up in the closet for me, but out by the paint out there, there's a bunch of screwdrivers. Okay, this one right here, right in front of you, on the inside of it there, that needs to be tightened up so it's too loose and it won't let me shut it. If you could just help me with that. Sullivan, look what I got. Sully, he ain't gonna leave your side today. Houston's kicking a field goal, and it's good. First and 10, Bears at the 18.
7th round draft pick, but he's picked up the offense well.
Handoff straight up the middle. Oh, big run, gain of 14. My numb guy.
Roseland, New Jersey native.
First down, Bears.
Let's go to New York. Adam Shine.
JJ, Dylan Gabriel to Harold Fadden Jr. First touchdown for tight ends on National Tight Ends Day. All those were first. 7-3 Browns of the Patriots.
Tell your mother if she wants to turn on the heat.
It's a celebration everywhere.
She can.
We'll just keep mentioning it, helping their marketing.
Williams looking to throw off his back foot.
Teddy Buchanan put some pressure on.
You want it to be right down below the thing. You want it to be tight so it doesn't move, but not too tight that you can't move it.
Loves his approach. He's very coachable. He wants to learn. We really.
Sullivan, come here. She ain't going nowhere. Look, Sullivan. What's it?
In learning how to go through the progressions.
You missed Baker yesterday. Baker was here, yeah. Quick out, gain of 5. Yeah, Baker was here. Huh? He had a wedding today.
You're going to see that point as much as it's about right now in this season.
Third down and 6. Third down and 6. Chicago.
Things are going to finally start to slow down. There's an immense amount of on his shoulders right now as he tries to now get this important percent.
Look at his throw. Williams got all day. Incomplete. We got a flag down, though. We got a flag down. Let's see what the flag is.
48-yard line in Baltimore territory.
Defense number 2.
5 yards, illegal contact, first down. Thank you. That's perfect. Thank you. If we do turn that heat on, let's check it. Make sure it's
Healthy 5-yard window that they talk about. So the Bears get a first down here, but I think that's one of those throws that Caleb Williams would like to have back if he could have it again, just a little bit too high.
3:22 left in the first.
Extra offensive lineman once again. New set of downs to work with at the 41 of Chicago.
First down and 10 at their own 41. Under center, single back set, tight end in motion, play action, go to throw. Gets hit as he throws, gets it off, caught. Dunze again inside the 39.
down on the play by Wiggins, and it's another
Bears first down to Odunze. That guy's on fire.
This is a great example of the run game and the pass game marrying up with each other. Look at this pocket. He can just stand in there, wait for Odunze to come open, and fire it. Beautiful ball, right on the money. And one thing DeAndre Swift told us was that he's noticed Caleb Williams' car is in the parking lot a little bit longer. So he said he thinks Ben Johnson's got him watching a little more film.
Yeah, we asked him. Nice car? He goes, oh, yeah. Nice car.
I would imagine. To USC, NIL, and NFL.
Combining, yeah, that was doing just fine.
Shotgun dumps it outside. Short run.
Create a little something after the catch. Give him a gain of 2.5 on that outside.
Zacchaeus on the catch. Short gain.
If you look at the numbers this season, he's been holding on to the ball longer than any quarterback in the NFL.
He has, and that's where we talk about that Superman kick. He thinks that he has a lot of time, or he decides to scramble out and create more time, which then inflates those numbers. But it's all about
second and 7.
Completion rate is excellent right now. 7 of 8 through the air for Williams.
Play action handoff. Right up the middle. Manungai, nothing there. Lost a yard.
So a lot of responsibility on the rookie Teddy Buchanan, 4th-round draft pick. More of Trenton Simpson as well, 3rd-round draft pick.
3rd and 7 coming up. 3rd and 7. 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Longest average time to throw in a season since 2016. So that was over the course of the year. Fields in 2023 with the Bears. Josh Allen 2018. There's Caleb Williams.
3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7. Here we go.
Shotgun.
Quick out on the screen.
To the outside. Good move by
DJ Moore. That should be a first down.
That'll move the chains for Chicago.
DJ Moore on the catch and first down.
just a pure one-on-one battle on the edge. Try and make somebody miss, and on defense, try and make the tackle. And there it's
Miami just scored to go up 7-0 on Atlanta.
So a few weeks ago, Caleb Williams played in his hometown of D.C. He's close to his hometown today in Baltimore. He said he's got a lot of childhood friends in attendance here this afternoon.
Handoff.
It's clicking for the Bears. They give it to DJ Moore.
Moore on the handoff inside the 25, down to the 21, let's say. 2nd down and 6.
On Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Bears had 386 yards last week against the Saints, allowed just 253. They started 4-2 in back-to-back years for the first time since 2012, 2013. Right now, it is all Bears in the opening quarter.
2nd down and 7. Play action. Looking to throw. Throws off his back foot. Incomplete.
Loveland in the area. Pressure once again from Mike Green.
3rd and 7 coming up.
Beautiful job by Mike Green here, not fooled by the play-action fake. Just climbs up in the pocket, forces Caleb Williams to pull up early and have to get rid of that ball.
If he would have had time, his tight end was wide open down there. Just didn't have time to get to him. 11 seconds left in the first. 3rd and 7.
Situation again. This will be big if the Ravens can indeed hold up.
Ravens came in with just 8 sacks this season, fewest in the NFL, tied with Jacksonville. They did get one on the previous drive from Mike Green. This is the
shotgun, go to throw, got all day. Incomplete. 4th down, they're going to have to punt.
Was cutting towards the sideline and the ball sailed right past him. It's 4th down.
He just didn't quite.
The Giants are driving on the Eagles.
He kind of stayed square to the line of scrimmage and didn't step in and deliver the ball. Maybe a little bit of pressure up in front, but they're going to have to once again settle for a field goal after a nice
field goal is coming here.
So it will be Cairo Santos.
The Giants just scored against the Eagles. Scatterboo on it. Field goal is up and good.
Through.
6-0 Bears.
Nothing lead for the Chicago Bears. So the Bears score on their first 2 possessions.
6-0 Bears.
We'll be back in 30 seconds, right after this.
Here we have Minimus Perpetuus, also known as the creature of habit.
Anybody new in here, first time, please say hello. We'd love to welcome you in to our chat. Ravens will get the ball on the kickoff with 3 seconds left in the first.
And yes, he's actually completed an online intake. Why, he's well on his way to doctor-trusted treatment options if prescribed. This might call for reclassification. Evolve your care for sexual health, weight loss, hair loss, and more. Start today.
Bills are moving the ball now in their game.
6-0 lead, 3 seconds to go for the Chicago Bears in this opening quarter.
Josh R., welcome in, buddy.
Time of possession. That is not a winning formula right now for Baltimore.
No, but you do have to give some credit to this Baltimore defense for the bend but don't break, where they do give up.
Here comes the kick. This will be the last play of the quarter.
Santos kicks it off.
Taking it to 10, 15, 20, 25, out to the 30, 35. Tackled at the 38. He'll start there. In the second quarter, it'll be 1st and 10 Ravens starting there.
6-0 lead on the road against Baltimore. Chicago looking for its 5th straight win. Ravens trying to turn their season around.
They really want us to buy a pizza, don't they?
I want to go there. Sort of trust is
Every commercial's a pizza.
That's a cool mic. What is it? That's the HyperX Quadcast 2S.
I quit writing about myself. Help me turn my portfolio into a bio.
Inspired by her cat Ziggy, Jenna's work is a contrast of sturdy form and wild color.
I like that.
How about that hat?
Let's talk about that chair.
Do you see what I'm highlighting?
Second quarter kicking off.
Can you show me how? Show me that visual. Oh, that's nice.
What would you like me to do next?
That was a good return. Houston's about to score on San Francisco, looks like.
The dogs there.
That was a huge play.
People you see that you don't really know because it's the dog park.
Can't see who did it, but it was a huge run.
Brought to you by Progressive Pet Insurance.
What are you eating? What are you eating? Open your mouth. Open your mouth.
It's the dog park.
Protect your pet from injuries.
Still can't get over Miami pulling it out already. Early. I mean, it's still early against Atlanta.
They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we put it inside burritos and tacos.
Scallywag Steve, hello, sir. Welcome in.
Brand new classic.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
Paradise doesn't always have palm trees. Corona, La Playa awaits.
Trying to keep up on all the games here.
All about chasing a dream. And that's what this singing competition's about.
Put your hands together for Keith.
This is the real deal right here.
You're all here to win over these audiences.
That hard work.
I do like those new Houston uniforms, the alternative H-Town uniforms. They are kind of nice. We're getting ready to start the second quarter here.
Series The Road.
Ravens with only their second possession of the day.
Justin Hartley stars in a new tracker. CBS tonight.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Corona, La Playa always,
It's a nice shot right there around the Baltimore Harbor.
and by Taco Bell.
People getting on the water taxi.
Rejoining you here in Baltimore where the Bears lead 6-0. This Ravens start is tied for the worst 6-game start in team history. 2015, they finished 5-11 that year. That first quarter was exactly what the Bears.
Huntley as your quarterback. Lamar out again.
The Ravens ran 3 plays in the first. Derrick Henry in the back.
Under center, Henry in the backfield. Handoff Henry. Short gain of about 2.
Henry got slowed down and brought down at the 40-yard line. What's happening in Baltimore this week? Let's check in with Evan.
Yeah, and that's one way of putting it. Plenty of people had this game circled as the potential return for that man, Lamar Jackson. He's been out since week 4 with the hamstring. He was back at practice Wednesday and Thursday in a limited capacity. We saw him on Friday from the scout team for what appeared to be a full practice. The team listed him as a full participant and questionable for this game. Then on Saturday, after some discussions with the league, they changed that to limited and out. And that led to a lot of
Big run by Henry. That's going to be a first down.
We were talking to him last night when they were thinking we got Lamar on Friday.
It's the Ravens' first down of the game.
Yeah, we heard Kevin Byard in our meeting on Saturday say We prepped for Lamar all week long, and then once we saw him listed as full on Friday, we basically knew he was going to go. And then we didn't find out until Saturday morning after our walkthrough when I checked my phone like everybody else, and that's when Kevin Byard and the Bears found out that Lamar was going to play.
So it is Tyler Huntley getting the nod for
Huntley fakes the handoff, going to throw. Over the top, caught. Flowers at the 32. First down, Ravens.
That was the first play we saw Patrick Ricard in there, the Pro Bowl fullback.
Yeah, they're seeing that comfortability. He floats that one just over the outstretched arm of TJ Edwards. But what I liked about that play was Tyler Huntley stepped up in the pocket. He had some pressure coming off the edge, and he stepped up.
First and 10 Ravens.
Deliver a great ball to Zay Flowers.
At the 32, play action. Huntley's going to keep it himself. Flag down. It's going to be holding probably.
4-yard gain. There was a grab there, and Huntley is trying to indicate it to the officials.
Personal foul, face mask, offense.
Face mask offense. Take it back 15 yards.
Who was out front blocking on this zone read play. Here's a look at it. You see likely right there is getting up there, and the finger in the face mask and the pull.
That's just enough of the face mask.
Going to the ref also gets the flag, but that's what Tyler Huntley brings to this offense that Cooper Rush doesn't. He can run.
So first and 23. First and 23.
You can't do what he can do, but you can at least run the offense a similar way.
JJ, the Bears are down their top 3 corners. You would think this is an opportunity for the Baltimore passing game with Huntley.
Play action, going to throw, dumps it underneath Wallace.
Quick hitter, Tyler Wallace.
Wallace inside the 40. Got about 8 yards back. Second and 17.
JJ Jackson Darts fires his touchdown to Cam Scannaboo. Scannaboo now has 7 touchdowns from scrimmage, leads all road.
Hello, Monterey Molly. Welcome in. Second and 17 here.
Seems to be quite the combo up there, and they also seem to be enjoying themselves very much so.
Yeah, I've noticed that. 6-0 lead here for the Bears. 46 yards of offense right now.
Shotgun formation. False start, Ravens. Move them back.
And we talked about things that the Ravens didn't want to have happen come into this game. Only 3 plays run in the first quarter. And unfortunately, here just putting themselves behind the sticks, first with the likely penalty. Now,
second and 22 now.
Coming up, it's not what you want to have Tyler Huntley step it into.
JJ, they have scored 3 points or fewer in the first half of back-to-back games for the first time since 2017. They have 0 on the board right now.
Huntley, deep drop. Bateman. They're calling it a catch. Wow, didn't look like it to me.
15 yards.
15 yards on the game. Let me see that again.
He certainly did. Let's take a look here to make sure he caught it.
Yeah, that's a catch. That's a good catch.
Secures the catch. That's how you help out your backup quarterback who's stepping in. He throws a ball maybe a little bit low, but you come back and you make the tough catch to now put yourself in a much more manageable third down.
Huntley is
third down at about 7, 3rd and 7.
Justice Hill is in there.
Shotgun, looking to throw. Huntley caught. Flowers.
Enough, it appears.
Oh, that was close again.
First down, Ravens.
The game. Just go forward. Just get that first down, and then we'll go at it again. But it looks like he got it even on the second effort.
So that initial move, it looked like he was surging. Oh, he's going to get it. And then he took a step back.
Yeah, just take it. If they're hard enough to get in the first place, just go ahead and plow forward for a first down.
He did.
First down and 10.
New set of downs here for Baltimore.
Ball at the 22. Play action, dumps it underneath. Likely your tight end got a couple. Not much. Second and 6.
The play tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds, who's had an outstanding year so far for Chicago. With and without Lamar, Yeah, the numbers are vastly different.
Man, I mean, 6.5 points per game compared to 32.8 points per game. That is just, I mean, that's a tough number to look at if you're a Baltimore Ravens fan, and something that they have got to change today, which is obviously why they made the switch to Smith Huntley, because that Cooper Rush experience just unfortunately wasn't working.
Handoff up the middle. Henry, gain of 4, third down and 2, 3rd and 2.
Down goes Shamar Turner.
Turner down for the Bears. Turner.
So early injury to Dominique Robinson. Turner now is up, and he's going to jog off.
Atlanta kicked a field goal in their game.
This will be the 10th play of the drive. John Harbaugh, we asked about the bye week. He said, man, I love the way we practice. The guys have been fantastic. They were locked in, very determined. But you just don't know if it's going to translate to Sundays.
I like the way that he just bluntly said, we've been injured, we turn the ball over too much, and we're not getting turnovers. That's the bottom line.
Shotgun formation. Handoff, fakes it. Going to keep it himself. Huntley reaches ahead for the first down. He got it. 1st and 10 at the Chicago 11. The Bills just went up 6-0 in their game.
Watch this. You're going to see him at the very end of this play take the ball and reach it out over the line. Really nice job there just to get the first down. Once again, we're seeing what he does bring to this offense, the ability to run, which creates an entire different dynamic that the defense has to account for, that they not necessarily had the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, this is an interesting line.
Handoff up the middle. Henry inside the 1. 1st and goal, Ravens. And they're going to mark him at the 3, so it's going to be 2nd and 1 from the 3.
And you pull the right guard and right tackle to create a huge running lane for Derrick Henry. And now on 3rd and 1. I mean, we have
3rd and 1. You know they're going back to Henry.
They weren't able to punch it in against the Rams 3 times. Can they today?
Henry outside. Touchdown, Ravens.
Derrick Henry.
Touchdown, Ravens.
11 career rushing touchdowns. He just passed Sweetness, Walter Payton.
Play before the touchdown.
Wow, he just passed Walter Payton in touchdowns.
And then you come right back with it after struggling last week from the 1-yard line and punch it in on your first try. That is what Baltimore Ravens fans have been looking for and waiting for.
The reaction from the crowd told the story.
Extra point's good. 7-6 Ravens right now.
Adds the extra point. 12 plays, 62 yards. It took 6 minutes and 48 seconds. Henry goes in untouched.
Good deal.
Okay, you can stop.
Anybody new in here for the first time, please say hello. We'd love to welcome you in. Keeping you updated from around the league. Scores are posted at the top of our screen. We'll highlight them as they happen live as well.
You dreamed of some delicious Domino's pizzas, like the viral pizza.
This is the perfect pizza.
And we want to see more. So we're bringing back Domino's best deal ever. Get a hand-tossed, pan-thin crust, or New York-style pizza with any toppings for just $9.99 online. But hurry, because this deal ends Sunday.
All right. Same thing?
Yup. This is our year.
You know, if getting AT&T's best deal on the new iPhone 17 Pro without needing the most expensive plan taught me anything, it's that
There we go.
could be a good call.
Bears will be getting the ball when we get back.
That's timeless.
Oh, yeah.
40 likes on the board. Still working to get up on the likes.
The all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us. Designed to be the most powerful iPhone.
Working to get up on those likes.
Wayfair's big sale is finally here. It's Way Day!
Way Day.
To 80% off everything on my Wayfair. Yes. Plus, we're free shipping on everything. Surprise flash deals.
all day long.
These are can't miss Wayday deals. Wayday and soon.
Hey, Quais, welcome in.
Everything home during Wayfair's big sale. Now through October 29th. Wayfair, every style, every home.
Sucks you have to work on a Sunday.
Does it though?
How about dogs?
Okay. I brought Peyton Manning.
Hi, it's quitting time. Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Carne asada is back to Chipotle.
It's our best steak ever.
Fresh, no bad stuff.
With garlic.
Cumin, coriander, it's super tender.
You see, people love it. And it's so good with our new Red Chimichurri. You're going to want to put it on everything. 10 out of 10 flavor.
New CBS Friday.
Let's go.
Make an entry. Boston Blue is CBS's new show. Always get this excited about this work.
Could be good.
No, he is not the starting quarterback, T-Mac. Carolyn Miller, hello. Welcome in.
CBS Friday, 10/9 Central, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Glad you're here.
What would you do for
All right, here we are, kicking off back to the Bears.
Can you survive the running man? Only in theaters, November 14th. Tickets on sale tomorrow.
Yeah.
Kick from Luke. Return man is Duvernay.
Here's a return. Oh, my. Out to the 40, 45, 50. Big return for the Bears all the way to midfield. Big return.
Excellent return by the former Raven. Devin Duvernay got chased down there by TJ Tampa. 50 yards on the run back. Well, there's the Baltimore Ravens running man. Derrick Henry, look at the names. Emmitt Smith, LaDainian Tomlinson, Marcus Allen, Adrian Peterson, and then O. Henry.
That is a pretty good list of rush backs. Unfortunately, I've seen the back of Henry's jersey for a few of those in my day.
Yeah, he brought that up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really happy to see you. It was weird.
Handoff up the middle. Nothing.
Nothing there. No gain on the play. Ben Johnson, we asked him about his experience as a head coach. He said, man, I'm loving it.
Oh, yeah, he said, yeah, I gotcha. I didn't want anybody confused coming in.
He said, the former head coach just started laughing. Like, yeah, just wait.
Early days, honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
But I think the way that he's going about it, I mean, he coaches his coaches and then also his players, and he has a very specific vision for this entire organization.
Second down and 10.
Second down and 10, dumps it off to Swift. Gain of about 1, maybe 2. Third down and 9, 3rd and 9.
1 yard pickup through the air.
There's Roquan Smith, a very welcome addition back into this defense after missing a few games. Just comes firing from the middle of the field all the way to make this play. Just a sure tackler. Been doing it for so long at such a high level against his old team, the Chicago Bears.
Do you think they're happy to have him back? He's got 6 tackles all.
3rd down and 9, 3rd down and 9. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Sacked. That's going to be intentional grounding.
The intentional grounding against Williams and the Bears.
Jets get on the board 10-3.
Right here, you're going to see him go to set a pick on the offensive tackle right here, but instead he frees himself up. No, he plays the front of the foul and just fires into the back.
4th down. Ravens getting the ball back.
So key to this defense. They call him an alpha dog. He is just. They put him up in the line of scrimmage a little bit more against the Rams. Got him inside the box, which is where he's comfortable because he can wreak havoc like he just did there.
And part of the reason why they acquired Alohi Gilman was to free up Hamilton to do exactly that.
Yep.
Be the Pro Bowler that he is.
They have struggled all year to get pressure.
All right, here comes the kick.
Great job there by Zach Orr on the defense.
After great field position, the Bears do nothing with it. A flag.
Ravens get the ball back. Ball's down at the 1, and we got a flag. Wow, the Bears just punted it to the 1. So many missed opportunities.
It's a 61-yard punt.
John, I'm not sure what you're talking about. They're going to re-kick. Illegal formation. They're going to re-kick. 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
Just frustrated there. Perfect punt down to the 1 yard line. executed to perfection. You got to try and do it again.
So Marco Jackson, so here's guilty party.
Here's the illegal.
Gonna repunt here.
These guys lined up a little bit behind the belt line of the center. You have to cross the belt line, not just his backside. It's the actual belt line. They're just a little too far back, negating a massive punch.
Eagles have it first and goal.
Deep in their own territory.
I mean, watching this game, that first quarter, you're like, Bears, Bears, Bears. They must be winning by a bunch, right?
4th and 28 here.
Right now just hasn't necessarily gone with the flow of the game after that first quarter specifically.
Deep breath for special teams.
Panthers just kicked a field goal, 6-3 there.
San Francisco, Cleveland, Washington, and Houston. No rush. Taylor with a wobbler.
That's going to go out of bounds. Up there near the 20.
7-6. The Ravens in front.
Saquon just scored another one. This time on a pass. I do have Saquon starting in one of my leagues today. That'll help me a little bit, right?
Every invention that moves you. Every idea you wish.
Pizza.
All began as nothing.
Patriots just kicked a field goal as well.
Asking a simple question. What do you see?
Oh, got you, John. Okay. I did not see that. See a lot with the red zone, but I'm trying to do two things, so I missed some things. Where did my thing go?
Perfectly smoked. It's like if your favorite steakhouse.
There we go.
Nuggets. Wait, is Arby's your new favorite steakhouse?
Appreciate everybody being with us today. Here come the Christmas commercials. Yes. I'm so ready for that.
Find the holiday story at Macy's.
Buffalo Wild Wings Pick 6.
Here's our first Buffalo Wild Wings commercial of the year. I'm sure we'll get 10 more.
Whatever you are.
I am a burger-loving buffalo with wings.
I've never seen a naked model like you in my entire life.
Oh, I get that a lot. You should see my mom. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
Sure.
You're not yet, Hot Wax. I love Christmas.
You can't miss.
Do whatever it takes to protect our people.
So you got to remember, Hot Wax, I'm a Disney guy, so my Halloween started in August.
All new CBS Friday at 8, 7.
August 15th, my Halloween went up.
In the spirit of Halloween, it's Halloween-ish. In the neighborhood.
Thanksgiving and Christmas are all one big thing to me, D-Mac. It's a combination whole thing to me.
2018. Washington in 2020. That's the group that Baltimore is trying to join at this stage. Derrick Henry, who has got the game's lone touchdown, as they set up a pistol with Snoop.
Henry, handoff.
Give it to him.
Gain of 2 or 3, not much. Second down.
2-yard pickup downstairs to Evan Washburn.
Couple defensive line injuries for the Bears. Shamar Turner, we saw him go out the previous possession. It's a knee injury for Shamar. He is out. And then Dominic Robinson on that initial kickoff, it's an ankle, and he's doubtful. We're getting a bit thin there up front for Chicago.
Yeah, the depth being tested for the Bears. They do welcome back Grady Jarrett today. Jarrett had missed the last 3 games with an knee.
Shotgun formation for Huntley.
Leaders in the locker room and the respect that he's garnered.
Look at the throw. Pressure coming. Gets it off quick.
To Mark Andrews.
Andrews for the short catch.
Yards through the air.
3rd and 3 coming up. 3rd and 3. No, they're in Baltimore, Jeannie.
Ravens fans have seen this before. A Joe Flacco bomb for a touchdown.
To a wide open T. Higgins, 44 yards, all Cincy, 17-3 over the Jets. Back to you. Yeah, the Bengals have been rejuvenated.
Welcome in, Stanley Sox.
Taking a tour of the AFC North right now. He sure is. Pittsburgh next up. At some point, he's 53.
Oh, Huntley gets hit as he throws.
And a flag is down.
Late flag.
Nate Edmonds got in to the quarterback's face. Baltimore is pointing in Chicago's direction. Defense number 20.
Pass interference defense.
Nick McLeod is starting along with Nashawn Wright and a little bit of Blackwell and Jalen Jones in nickel and dime situations. Yeah, you'll see right here on the outside, just gets the back of the jersey, completely inhibits Dave Flowers from going back out to get that ball. If the officials didn't know, Zay showed what happened. Yeah. Guys, this is what happened. He recreated it.
Flowers in motion. Play action. Down the sidelines. He's got Andrews.
Free at the end. Looked like he secured it, but he is going to be given the clean catch.
Clean catch.
It's a catch. It's a 24-yard completion.
24-yard completion.
So you can't get another look at this, even though I do think that he had possession and took 2 or 3 steps completing the act of the catch. But they're going to hurry up trying just in case.
There's the snap. Caught. Flowers. Gain of about 6. Starts with Thanksgiving. Hey, I respect that, Hot Wax. Everybody has their own thing. I fully respect that. Hey, Greg, welcome in, buddy. It's going pretty half decent, I guess. Buffalo just scored a touchdown.
What do you got there? Yeah, what I've got, JJ, is Andrews does get 3 steps down. When he possesses, the left foot is down, and then he hits it with 2 other feet right before the ball gets knocked loose. Possession, 3 feet, catch, fumble forward, back to the spot of the fumble. So good call, like the Ravens.
Handoff, Baltimore. Going to be about 3rd down and 2 coming up. 3rd and 2, I believe.
2-yard pickup. Previous play with 2 receivers in the area, Hopkins and Flowers. It was the outside receiver, Flowers, who pulled it in with the Ravens trying to just push it along based on not wanting Chicago to even ponder the possibility of challenging it. Yeah, we go back to that.
Miami kicked another field goal in their game. Yeah, it's been a pretty close game the whole time, Greg.
We've become accustomed to with Mark Andrews in this offense, so we'll see if Huntley can get him going today. Andrews is closing in on the all-time record for receiving.
Rollover, Huntley on the run. Throws it too low. He had Henry for a 1st down. He threw it too low. Hello, Susan Silva. Welcome in. That's not -7, Susan. It's saying that the Ravens have the football. It's telling you what team has the football. That's a football next to it.
You've got Tyler Huntley, which gives you so many different options from the run games.
And the Jets just scored in their game against the Bengals. Where's Cakes? Cakes, did you know the Bengals just gave up a score? Jets just scored a touchdown. I don't know if Cakes knows that. We should let him know. Quick out to Flowers, 1st down. 1st down, Ravens. I don't want Cakes to miss anything.
Huntley told us, look, Zay's my guy. I just have to get the ball in his hands, let him go work his magic. Yeah, and I just really like, in those types of situations, there's just the optionality that Huntley gives you that they kind of...
1st down and 10, Baltimore.
Is it keeps the defense in limbo. They don't know. Do we have to stop this run? Do we have to stop the zone read? And then they move him out here in a little short sprint out. It's just, there's so many things to defend. I like that decision to go for it. 8th play of the drive.
Decorating Chris, thanks to Sir Bamford. Yeah, you're right. Play action. Huntley throws, caught. Flowers again. Inside the 20 to the 18.
Do you think they have a bit of a connection? I think so. 15 yards. This is from under center, just the drop back, and
I'm worried that Cake's missed that.
He said we trained together in the offseason. That's my guy. I know exactly where he's going to be and what he's going to do, and it is showing up big time so far in this game.
Huntley's future was up in the air. He didn't know exactly where the next stop was going to be over the summer. So in the offseason, he went back. He started watching his old games.
Handoff, Henry inside the 20 to the 17. 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7.
Highly beneficial just to see him making plays, reminding himself of what kind of player he was. Ended up in Cleveland in that odd quarterback competition, and then eventually back with the Ravens. 7-6. Baltimore, 2 minutes to go, first half.
You're home for the holidays.
Somebody got hurt in that New York game. Where's Serpum? John, are you still in here? Who got hurt in that game?
Hey, kiddo, I'll be right there.
That's cool, Hot Wax. That's the way it should be.
Something with a little more coverage.
Cakes, I don't know if you saw the Jets scored a touchdown. I was making sure. I don't want you to miss any of that game.
I thought you worked in his house.
Cantina chicken burrito.
You know what? Let me get something to wash that down with.
I got you.
We got a commercial break here. I am very excited about Cake's holiday promotion he has going on. I think that's really good. Really nice of him to do that.
And it inspires us to make Tostitos the traditional way, starting with
Dun, 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 dun.
masa from scratch. No artificial.
Scatterboo hurt his lower leg. Oh, wow.
How about them Cowboys?
I saw the quarterback down on one knee, like really upset. It must be bad.
Continue supporting first responders and their families with dedicated.
Must be pretty bad then.
15 years and over $33 million raised. These scholarships will support families of fallen or disabled first responders, ensuring their dreams can still be realized. To the families of fallen or disabled first responders, thank you for your selfless acts of heroism.
Sucks when anybody gets hurt. You don't want that.
We can help you at budlight.com/folds of honor.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Tostitos, the official chip and dip sponsor of the NFL. And by Prime. Shopping, streaming, savings. It's on Prime.
Not good. You know what? I don't wish that on anybody.
What an entrance.
Yeah, they're taking him off in a cast. That's not good.
7-6 lead over.
They're taking him off in an air cast. That's not good.
Chicago starting to emerge. They've camouflaged a lot of them by forcing turnovers throughout the season.
Yeah, those takeaways have been big.
Scatterboo being taken off in an air cast in New York. Quick throw to Huntley. Nothing.
For a yard and a half.
But it's been
Scatterboo's done. He may be done for the year.
25th.
He's in an air cast.
25th in points per game. They haven't been great in terms of numbers, but they've got the numbers that matter, which is takeaways. And here in this game so far, you see kind of what happens when you don't get those big moments where you can take the ball away. The team just kind of moves the ball down the field. So look to see if they can get one here. Defensive backs coach Al Harris generally gives a number. Kevin Byard told us of how many interceptions per game.
Shotgun, going to throw. Quick out underneath. Andrews down to the 11. We got a flag down, though.
They needed to get to the 9. He rolled down at the 10. And the early indicator is it's against Baltimore. Had just 38 penalties coming in.
Offense number 89. Never got set. 5-yard penalty. Replay third down.
So
Replay third down. False start.
He was the one called on the penalty. Coming up, Verizon halftime report. JB, Nate, Matt Ryan, Coach Gower.
1:21 till halftime.
Coming up on the Verizon halftime report. I'm going to venture to say there is no game in the 1 o'clock window going faster than this one.
It's cruising. It's cruising. We got a minute 16 left here. I would imagine if the Ravens don't get a first down here, we might see the Bears timeout.
They could have declined the penalty. It would have set up 4th down and 1.
Pressure coming. Huntley's going to get sacked back at the 25. Sack back at the 25.
Dexter. Chicago. Grady Jarrett put the heat on as well.
Just watch this entire pocket collapse. Left guard gets bull rushed by Grady Jarrett, and then Jervon Dexter helps finish it off. But beautiful job by the defensive line collapsing the pocket, which is exactly what you have to do against the quarterback who can run. Not let him out, and they did a beautiful job.
Field goal attempt here.
Tyler Luke is on for a 42-yard attempt. Nick Moore will snap it. The punter, Jordan Stout, holds it. Trying to add to the lead.
Field goal's up. It is good.
But it is
10-6 Ravens.
Baltimore takes a 4-point lead.
Uber Eats knows you crave Crunchwrap Supremes when the game goes into crunch time. So get a free Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell on Uber Eats right now. Because crunch time. When football makes you hungry, get deals all season long on Uber Eats.
We got 106 left on the clock before halftime. 106. Ravens will get the ball second half, I believe.
Turn it up. Take your vibes on Kobe.
The all-new Acura ADX. Crafted to match your energy.
Take your vibes on.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
Pumpkin Puss, what's up?
I reckon I got to. I'm 45. It's time to screen for colon cancer.
Will I ever see you again?
I love you. Also, I'm just going to the porch.
I knew that. It's true. The Cologuard test comes to you.
Just ask your provider or request online.
That way you can screen for colon.
They've had 10 injuries over the last 3 weeks. Of 7 of the 10 were Pro Bowl players. Their quarterback's out. That's why.
Believed his KFC chicken sandwich should be huge on flavor. Tender chicken, crisp pickles, but with a tiny $3.99 price. Oh, that crumb looks giant next to that tiny price. The Colonel lived, so we eat the chicken. The $3.99 KFC chicken sandwich.
I'm like so starstruck.
I know. He's so much taller in person.
I'm struggling with his proportions.
Yeah, because you're taking too long. You know, one time I filed a claim in under 2 minutes on the Geico app. Little to the right, G? Yeah. If they can work wonders that fast, why can't I? Voila.
Spitting image. So,
What was that?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Uber Eats. When football makes you hungry, order Uber Eats. Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. And by Acura. Precision crafted performance.
Verizon halftime report is coming up. JP and the gang in New York. Scores, highlights, all coming up on the Verizon halftime report.
All right, here we go.
You, JJ.
Yes.
Kick is down. Touch it to 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, he got laid out there. Kolar, the other tight end, dropped him.
Down low, and as he was hitting the ground, he took a serious shot. 23-yard return. The Baltimore Ravens hosted a ribbon-cutting ceremony to open the Boys and Girls Club in West Baltimore. The project is the third collaboration in the nation between an NFL team and a Boys and Girls Club. It's the culmination of a $20 million investment by the Ravens and the BALvsCHI Family Foundation to transform the local rec center into a state-of-the-art facility serving hundreds of families. See how aggressive the Bears' offense would be here with 1:02 left in this first half.
Look at the throw. Underneath, caught. Short gain.
Good job getting out of bounds there. It looked like he might have been tackled in bounds.
Zacchaeus on the catch.
Out of bounds, stop the clock. But a good first play of a 2-minute drive. Very much looking forward to seeing how Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson attack this to try and get some points before the half.
The day started so promising for Chicago on offense, but 2 drives that ended in field goals and then a long kickoff return that ended up as a 3-and-out. There's a lot of room.
Caleb takes off running across midfield down to the 45. Slides there.
To the 44. 22-yard rip for Caleb Williams.
So you're going to see here, there's man-to-man coverage everywhere, which means all the defensive backs are turned to the line of scrimmage, which allows Caleb to run all day long.
Timeout taken. Coming right back.
For the next 30 days, everyone in the country is trying to murder me. That's crazy, right? Don't you get it? This game is rigged.
That was a big run by Caleb Williams.
Running back. Tickets on sale tomorrow.
Cause I'm shoo. Gemini, which of these should be a little less excited?
Check out the Alliums. They go great with the hydrangeas below.
Will this last till Saturday?
Yeah, they should last until Saturday.
Can you give us a window in the afternoon?
Same as having State Farm. It's like needing the leadership of this captain, but getting that captain.
I spy motion on the port side. Guard missed again. Oh, back again.
What are we doing? So don't settle for just any insurance. There's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Oh, squalls are coming.
It's the biggest deal on breakfast. Dunkin's $6 meal deal. You get a medium iced or hot coffee.
How much time we got? 49 seconds on the clock in the first half.
Hash browns. Dunkin's $6 meal deal is back.
It's time for a rare fight song. Tailgates, updates, stars and stripes. Rare loves college football. There's mascot fights. Hidden and deterrent games coming too. Throughout of this NIL deal for you. The baddest trucks you'll ever see. Without the miles, the warranty.
Did anyone approve this?
Nah, he just does what he wants.
Nothing stops college football. Nothing stops Rare.
FBI, open up.
This move.
FBI, CBS tomorrow. The global sports phenomenon has a call. That's on Paramount Plus, streaming this January.
All right, here we go. First and 10. First and 10.
4th consecutive start. Ben Johnson just talked about the more reps he gets, the faster he will play. It's all about recognition.
2:12 a.m. for Manual.
To my approach of being direct, but then also remaining positive with him or any other QB. Williams throws it. Holding by Zacchaeus. They only have the one timeout to work with as he catches at the 39. Tackle immediately by Wiggins after 5 yards.
And pay attention. That last run by Caleb Williams, he might have had a chance to get out of bounds and stop the clock. So if the clock continues to play a role here, that could be something to go back and look at.
2nd down and 5. Williams shotgun rushes on.
Shotgun throws incomplete.
No one close. Van Noy put the hit on Williams at the end of the play.
Kyle Van Noy was untouched up the middle. They brought everybody up into the line of scrimmage, backed a couple guys out, which confuses the offensive line and leaves Van Noy untouched.
And JJ, they're going to talk about this.
Yeah, it depends. He was clearly inside the pocket. It's just whether or not they deem, which they don't. It looks like it's going to be intentional grounding.
Sean Smith, after a meeting, just tossed the flag. And those were killers.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 18. He's in the pocket under duress, and there's no receiver in the area. Ball be placed on the spot in the foul. Lost it down. 3 down. You're going to look up here at the top of your screen, and there's just going to be nobody in the area that you can justifiably say he was throwing to. I mean, he was just clearly hitting this ball out of his hands, which results in intentional grounding, and unfortunately, he's going to push him back.
And they have to use the timeout. Yep.
So 22 seconds on the clock now. 3rd and 15 moves them all the way back beyond midfield.
Challenging position now. Yep. They were angling towards Cairo Santos territory. It's a loss of 10 yards. It's a loss of down. It's a loss of timeout.
That's the holy trifecta.
That's a loss of everything there.
That is not what you're looking for.
If he had run out of bounds, as you alluded to on the previous
Shotgun formation.
play, then they might not be looking at this current situation. Timeout called by Baltimore.
Timeout Baltimore, 30 seconds.
Back in 30 seconds after this from Progressive Insurance.
Okay, so hold on. We want 3 double chickens and fries. Sorry.
Timeout Baltimore.
Burgers with mayo. No mayo.
Don't forget my strawberry.
So hold on. So we want 4 chickens with fries. No, sorry, 3 burgers. You're in.
Mitch Trubisky, backup order. If only there were backups in real life.
Comma 3, no mayo. Comma 3.
But at least there's Progressive to protect your home and auto.
And 1 strawberry shake.
Please try forward.
Guys, should we trade Danny?
Very funny.
One previous timeout for Chicago would have been a 10-second runoff. So they're just plenty of percentages there. 22 seconds on the clock. Ravens take the timeout. That allows Chicago to huddle up. They still have a lot of yards to get.
3rd and 15.
Get Santos a legit field goal try, and they have no timeouts remaining.
You could have a hurricane field goal situation here when you have to run the field goal team out if it's short of the sticks, but enough for a field goal.
Shotgun throws, caught.
Catches made by Loveland, and this is exactly
Loveland at the 40.
So this is called a hurricane field goal. You get everybody out there. You practice it every single week. You line it up.
Kick is up,
58 yards away.
and it's good. No good. It hit the bar and fell short. Santos goes short at halftime.
The Bears did some positive things. But
Wow.
Things they'd love to have back.
Halftime, everybody.
Cost them necessary yards as we go to Evan.
Coach, what are the coaching points to try and find the end zone here in the second half?
Yeah, we just got to execute better down the red zone. Defense has got to get off the field on 3rd down.
We're going to listen to the red zone for a minute here.
Yeah, thanks. All right, Evan. 4-game winning streak for the.
Able to swap out for a kicking ball. That was the offensive football that they were using, and the ball looked, they're a little bit different. The footballs between the kickers and the
halftime, everybody. Doug's going to drop some stats in. We're going to listen to red zone. I'll be right back.
Miami with 25 seconds left. They're going to have to burn a timeout here. They will. Miami calls a timeout with 24 seconds left. Bottom of the screen, Jackson Garrett goes up top. He put it on his man, but not able to come down with it. Was the tight end, Johnson, and that goes incomplete for the Giants. 3rd and 18 in Foxborough, but we'll listen in for the call.
Offense number 85. 5-yard penalty.
That's what happens when Myles Garrett comes over to your side. All of a sudden, you get a little antsy. You get a little nervous.
Just leave opportunity on the table for the Jets to get something if they get the ball back.
Jets rush 4. Threads the needle. Busts his way in for the touchdown. Offensive explosion for Joe Flacco and Chase Brown and the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, a lot of people have been able to score on the Jets this year, but 24 if they could put the extra point through in the first half for Flacco and the Bengals. You've got a 1st and goal here. We'll try to show you how the Bills got it, but it's 1st and goal under the 2-minute warning timeout for Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, he's got the 2nd most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback in NFL history. Just added another one. That is number 69 all time for Allen on the ground. Only the great Cam Newton has more.
You're my number one. Pass defense in the league. Well, now you got 18 seconds and no timeouts. So you got to take shots to the end zone. With 18 seconds, you could get tackled short of the line or short of the goal line and be able to get one up and spike it. But you're not giving yourself a lot of time if you want to have multiple shots at the end zone. From the 9, first and goal, no timeouts to it. And he got the block on the play. And he throws. Touchdown! Washington got the laser. Second touchdown pass today for Tua Tagovailoa. Washington just comes up. He's going to sit down on the inside with the corner. Kick by Fairbairn is good. He's 3 for 3. And the Browns will use a second charge timeout by Cleveland. You know, Myles Garrett, the influence he's already had, Jim Schwartz talked about moving him around, and I know you've pointed him out in different ways, but he says you can find him, but nobody can stop him. Not like we're hiding him. They know where he is. They just don't know where he's exactly going to come from.
Right, it's like the worst case of where the ball to.
We jumped in with the Buffalo Bills on the 1 yard line. Here's how they got it to the 1 yard line. Andy Dalton, empty backfield, tries to pass it. Ball tipped in the air. What an athletic play. A.J. Epinesa. Oh, I hope we see the replay of this. The linebacker jumps in front of the pass, bats it down, and I think he kicked it into his own arms and almost returned it for the pick six. Let's find a slow-mo replay of that, gang, if we can. I realize we're coming down to halftime final scoring attempts. And it is halftime right now. The New England Patriots take the lead for the first time today, 9-7 over the Browns. Look at this interception by A.J. Epinesa. We got one more look at it here. That is fantastic. That's one of the best defensive plays of the year. Jumped in the air, batted it down, and then kicked it back up or kept it alive so that he could hold on to it and return it to the 1 yard line. Fantastic stuff by the Bills' leading linebacker. And that gives them a 19-3 lead as Josh Allen runs in yet another rushing touchdown. He's got a couple of milestones coming up. One more will be 70 in his career for Josh Allen rushing touchdowns. That would join Cam Newton in forming a 70-plus touchdown rushing touchdown club for the quarterback position in the history of the NFL. Here's Allen at
1,500 calories to the end of the return. First out.
Well, that'll frustrate the Bingo Ryans. Yeah, we talked about it, right? Kickoff and final 68 seconds of the first half of Justin Fields and company in a tough situation in the jungle. Bengals coming with a blitzer up the middle. Fields delivers first down. Jets. Big play, finding Willie. New York Giants worked it into field goal range. Graham Gano from 47 yards out. That's perfect. Good to see Gano back in the lineup for Giants fans. Missed about a month with a groin injury. But Gano healthy, back in the lineup, back in the box score. Yeah, it's a 4-point difference between Philadelphia and New York. They've hit the 2-minute warning at Lincoln Financial Field. The resiliency, you look at a team that has the injury. First and 10, Jets down to 63 seconds, 2 timeouts left. Fields protected. Fields completes again. It's Johnson over the middle. It's inside the 6. 3 of our 7 games have gone to the half. 4 still have time remaining on the clock. Let's go to the triple box to show you the 2-minute drills in Charlotte, in Cincinnati, and in Houston. Here's the way to lead it to Rick Folks field goal range. Even from here, Fields. Now you call the timeout. Isaiah Davis makes the catch. I get it down to 30. Looking on just I think he's giving him a little bit more juice than Hubbard here in the first half. He's got to get more touches. Dalton. Collapsing pocket. They're going to have to take a shot and take a timeout. With 33 seconds left, and it's Joey Bosa. Jones. Looking over the middle from the McCaffrey that's batted away. Excellent coverage.
Welcome in, Dave.
That's really impressive because that's a Spiro. I'm
I was listening to the Red Zone chat here. Bengals went up 24-10, huh? It's like the Jets are trying to drive back down.
To me, I think he's come out and he's been outstanding. And right now, he's got a great opportunity to try to get something out of this drive before half.
Another first down, man. If they score here before halftime, that's going to be a close game. I don't know what they're going to. Welcome to the clubhouse. Elliott's overtime escape. I don't know if they're going to get a touchdown here. I don't know if they have enough time with one timeout. Thank you, Doug, for the stats.
Time remaining in the first half. Let's go quad box right now. Justin Fields in the
Buffalo's up 19-3 in their game.
Jalen Hurts in to hurry up. So is San Francisco in the red zone. You got upper right-hand corner. That's a completion.
Carolina might put a couple points on the board here before half. Oh, end zone touchdown. George Kittle for the Niners just scored. And now the Eagles are about to drive and score. Holly Brown, welcome in.
Is one of the things that I wrote down after we talked to Mac Jones. You know, one of the things that I've learned through the course of my career is don't play conservative. You know, don't play not to lose. Just turn it loose and trust your guy. Today, after he was a healthy scratch last week, so, and it's going to help Jason more. Yeah, that's big time. You see him right there. He uses his leverage and then grabs around the neck. And I mean, how big could this be for the Jets? He's clearly in. It's the right call. Yeah, good job upstairs. Mentioned his
First and 10. 18 seconds. The Jets are driving. We got 3 minutes till our game comes back on. They better call timeout. Yeah, they do. Jets will use their last timeout there. Nice catch, actually.
Really don't keep our Bengals absolutely no pressure. Now you got to be careful. No timeouts for 2 seconds here for Justin Fields. Can't take a sack. And really, you have one.
Interesting game in Cincinnati right now.
You could get 2 more plays here in this last 12 seconds. But be careful. Do not throw over the middle.
End zone incomplete.
He's a little bit high. Looking for Lazard. Going to the blitzer, trying to get it. Tripped him on the bottom down. There's a flag, though. It might be tripping. I think it is. I think this is going to be on Bosa. I mean, he stuck his left foot out. Yep. So I'll
Red zone just bouncing all over the place. Minute 25 in our game still before halftime's over.
Spins his way down to about the 10. Looking towards the sideline. If it's not there, you just got to throw it away.
8 seconds on the clock. Nope, couldn't get in the end zone. Nice defense by the Bengals there.
The penalty there was tripping against Buffalo. That's why it was 1st and goal Carolina. And we've got an infraction here.
Man, they're all running and gunning to get to halftime.
Little flinch by Mailata. Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 5. This was so Thomas that the offense is starting to turn the corner. 25-yard chip shot.
Jets do get a field goal.
This one from inside of 40 since 2000. Breaking corners, but a few others that the timing and the location has to be expected. Here comes a blitzer, Buffalo. It's a screen against the blitz. And Sanders takes it down inside the 5, and Canales will have to use that final time.
All right, we're down 1 minute from our game coming back. 1 minute.
16 seconds left, and the clock stopped in Carolina. We have a clock stoppage in Philadelphia. The Eagles burned their first time out.
It's nice when you can go to the red zone during the breaks, you know. Kills off an intermission.
We'll see the replay here, and I'm going to have an update on the Niners-Texans game. The last play of the first half in the Niners-Texans game was kind of interesting. Let's hold on to that, guys, for just a second, and watch this next play here and waiting for the Eagles.
All right, let's go back over. Go back over to our game. They should be back at the stadium.
Ravens touchdown, yeah, crown him. Another one, 111 in his career. Touchdowns on the ground. First half stats.
Thank you, Quinlan. Thank you.
Strong in that opening quarter, but the Ravens turned things around, and the numbers evened out as we get you ready for second half action. Ian Eagle, J.J. Watt, Evan Washburn down on the sidelines. It was a strange week in regards to Lamar Jackson, his injury designation.
It's like the Eagles just scored a touchdown.
Is the guy that had some pressure on him to try to produce for Baltimore. They need to win in the worst way. How's Huntley doing?
Yeah, I mean, he's 11 of 12. He's been efficient. He's been moving the ball around. You can tell that they run it more like when Lamar's running the offense than when Cooper Rush was out there. He's standing in the pocket. He's delivering a ball over outstretched arms down the field right here. He's being efficient with it. And then every now and then he takes a deep shot. He finds Mark Andrews and gets him involved in the game plan. So he's been doing a great job. But you think back to that opening drive for the Chicago Bears and how efficient they looked. They need to get back to that here in this second half.
And the Bears will.
All right, here's the kickoff coming.
Second half, so Baltimore will have the football. Cairo Santos for the Bears, trailing the Ravens 10-6 at halftime. Return man is Keaton Mitchell.
Here's a return, Mitchell. Ravens out to the 34. They'll start there.
They're going to open up at the 34. Evan Washburn moments ago with John Harbaugh.
Hey, Coach, what's working defensively to hold them to 6 there in the first half?
Well, we got the run under control a little bit better after the first 2 drives. I had a couple of runs where they cut it back, and then the pressure. More than anything, the pressure. I think inside pressure's been good. I hate that we let him out of the pocket once or twice. We want to keep him in there. But we've got him back on his heels a little bit. We need to continue with that.
What do you want to see from Tyler in this first offensive possession?
Just continue to execute. You know, I mean, the run game, the play action.
Shotgun, Ravens.
Execution, good eyes. He's doing a good job.
Not going to throw. Going to throw now. Looking down the field. Got a man. Caught. Bateman. All the way down to the 30. Ravens, 1st and 10 at the 30. Stephen Michael. Hello, Stephen Michael. Welcome in.
John Harbaugh was looking for. It's a 36-yard pass.
36-yard pass play.
Incredible start to the second half for the Ravens. Mark Andrews makes a great block up front to buy time. And then it's just a great delivery downfield to Bateman. Explosive play to start out for the Baltimore Ravens.
First down at the Bears' 30-yard line. Henry in the backfield.
Handoff, Henry up the middle. Gain of 7.
Across the 25.
2nd down and 3.
To make the stop, it's a 7-yard gain for Derrick Henry.
And if you're a Chicago Bears fan, you're sitting there thinking to yourself, now would be a great time for one of those takeaways that we've become known for over the course of these last 4 or 5 weeks. Just something to get a spark because you don't
2nd down and 3.
This early in the second half, that's already started to build with 2 plays.
2nd down and 3. Ricard in there.
Under center. Handoff. Henry. 1st down.
He falls forward right.
First down.
This is what Dennis Allen has helped produce defensively for the Bears this season. 16 takeaways, most in the NFL. And there is a little competition going on between guys at the defensive back position and the linebacker position of who's going to finish with the most INTs.
Yeah, and it's that graphic tells it all. They're getting the takeaways better than anybody else in the league, but they're also giving up more yards per play than anybody else in the league. It's juxtaposition that they'd like to find a way to narrow that gap.
They're down to 1. They get it with Henry. Go to old reliable for 4 yards, straight up the gut.
And he was running right behind his old friend Pat Ricard there. We asked Derrick Henry, we said, how nice will it be?
1st down, Ravens.
Back for the first time this season. He said, all week long in practice, I've been going up to him. You good? You good? So he's the very, very happy man to have his lead blocker back out there.
Calf injury for Ricard, missing the first 6 games of the season. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler, one of the elite fullbacks in the NFL. Henry single setback. Tight formation.
Shotgun, looking to throw. Pressure, running away from it. Throws on a run, caught. Catch made by Andrews for a couple yards. 2nd down and 5 coming up. 2nd and 5.
Huntley had good time in the pocket to begin this play. Looked around, didn't find anything, then got flushed out, and is able to find Mark Andrews on the run. Offensive line, good job getting time, and then Huntley, good job improvising off the back end of it.
The Ravens will play at Miami on Thursday night, so speculation that Lamar Jackson will be ready to go for that game, but we know nothing is set in stone.
Fakes the handoff, going to run with it himself. Taylor, nothing. He lost yards. 3rd down and 8 coming. 3rd and 8.
Tackle made by Odengbo and Edmonds for Chicago.
Odengbo right here does a really good job of setting the edge. The jet sweep doesn't fool him. The puller comes around. He sets the edge and stays home, which forces Huntley to have to eat the ball. Really, really good job there. Just some sound, fundamental football.
3rd down and 8. 3rd down and 8.
Justice Hills now in there on a 3rd and 8. Ravens lead 10-6. Early stages, 3rd quarter.
Throws underneath, caught. Likely short of the 1st down. Ravens going to have to kick a field goal.
They come up well short, in fact. Field goal unit coming on.
Nobody was even near the 1st down marker.
Space for likely, but short of the sticks means it's going to be a field goal attempt.
So a 4th down with Tyler Luke made a 42-yarder. And this is going to be a shorter field goal.
Field goal is up and good.
For Luke. Solid drive for the Ravens to open up this 2nd half. They're in front 13-6 over the Bears.
13-6.
Do you take this woman and her USAA membership to have car insurance and home insurance, life insurance and banking?
13-6. Bears will be getting the ball.
And do you take this man to share your USAA membership to have all your insurance and banking in one spot, forsaking all others?
These are dumb commercials.
I do too.
USAA for the military community and their families.
Chipotle just dropped Build Your Own Chipotle.
A mini Chipotle experience at home.
Feeds 4 to 6 people.
We have a lot of food here.
Lots of protein, rice and beans.
Everybody can make whatever they want, and there's plenty to go around. Absolute game changer.
Waiting on this commercials. Let's go.
Two lemonades, please. Here, on me.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry. I'd go with the Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo here. With this baby, he'll score like a 2%er.
Good choice. 10-10.
Score unlimited 2% cash rewards on.
That's a Dutch crusher. Yeah, that's true. It's just some are really bad.
Now we choose a deal, so I get exactly what I want, and so does the people.
Sully, how you doing?
Everyone with a $5 deal or $7 deal.
Welcome in.
New CBS Tonight.
The next country star is in my studio right now. All of us are like family.
The problem is we each want to win.
This ain't no karaoke competition.
Now is the time to watch the new series The Road, CBS Tonight after Tracker.
It's a slide party here in Baltimore. Ravens lead at 13-6. I think the guy on the right to get a little more into it. Sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
The dancing gets progressively less as it goes.
They're vibing.
Here's the kick.
Yeah, get involved, pal.
Taking it to 10, 20, 25, down at the fumble. Ball's on the ground. I don't know who's got it. He lost it at the 27. I have no idea who's got it. Everybody's claiming it.
The Ravens are ready to celebrate.
They're going to say Chicago ball. Chicago holds on to it.
Opportunistic hand right on the football, just rakes it out, and then dog pile with plenty of Bears at the bottom.
So Blackwell gets it back. That's got to be one of the best feelings in the world. You lose it, but you know you've got it.
Just scrambling, looking to find it.
Because then it's just a footnote. It doesn't go down.
No,
no. You move on.
All right, there we go. 1st and 10 Bears. That's a 28.
Jay Higgins was the one trying to rip it away.
Handoff, off tackle. Short gain to Manungai. Gain of about 3 yards.
All right, and JJ, Dallas Goddard scores a touchdown for Philadelphia. 21-10 Eagles at the half. For New York, Cam's got to be part.
It was Goddard that scored that touchdown.
Will not return. Back to you.
That's brutal news for the New York Giants.
I hear you, Greg.
Positive momentum that has been created.
I get that. Quick out screen. That goes nowhere. Tackled immediately. 3rd and 8 coming up. 3rd and 8.
Breakaway. Nate Wiggins. Johnny on the spot. Loss of 1.
Yeah, trying to scheme up a quick pass here to get the ball into a playmaker's hands and move, and just Wiggins plays the block perfectly, clears it, and makes a nice sure-handed tackle.
JJ, what's the difference when a team gets off to such a hot start offensively and then they can't find that rhythm yet?
Sometimes it's that first 15 plays where you had it scripted so well, you kind of knew what you were going to do.
Trips to the right. Trips to the right.
You just can't find that again.
Shotgun, looking to throw. Pressure coming underneath. Caught. Short of the first down. It's going to be.
So the completion to Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus on the catch, but he's short. They're going to have to punt.
After the grab, and the Bears go 3 and out.
You can't underestimate what Roquan Smith means to this defense. He's just a tackling machine. It's surefire. Made sure that nothing was going to happen, that this could turn into a first down because the ball was delivered well short of the sticks.
We asked him about his stint in Chicago. He said, I still have a lot of love for the city, for the fans. I'm grateful for my time with the team, but he's now a Raven through and through. Jory Taylor.
There's your punt.
Big booming kick. Wester is going to get out of the way, and that ball is going to roll.
End zone touchback. They got lucky on that one. And we got a flag on the play. Of course we do.
Touchback, but will it stand? 65-yard net.
During the kick, holding. Receiving team number 39.
That'll put it 1st and goal with a 10.
First down. Timeout.
10 yards back.
Coming back after the penalty called on Jackson. Back to Baltimore after this.
At IHG's Holiday Inn Express, you can take on Miami, Mexico City, or Minneapolis. Fuel up with free hot breakfast. All while earning points for free nights with IHG One Rewards. Guest how you guessed at IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Confidence isn't given. It's built. One choice.
Sully says, somber week. I really can't. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sully. Everybody loves their pets, my man. Everybody loves their pets. I'm sorry to hear about that, my friend.
Big Six for $19.99 is the perfect meal for 2.
I can't believe
Prayers to you on that, my friend.
Big Six.
Imagine what our kids would look like.
I don't want to have kids with you.
6 kids.
6.
Big 6.
Wait, could we eat here every meal?
Yes.
All right, I'm down. Big 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
Lowe's knows tackling projects now means you can football Sunday.
Floors. You need to set this ground game.
Well, we can measure it.
Measure?
Lowe's can measure and install it for you.
So you can't measure passion, right, Jim? Stop trying to work the crew. This is Jim, one of the greats, and handsome.
There's hearing about it, and then there's being there with platforms. There's nothing like feeling the rush of adrenaline up close.
and being able to see the game from here and enjoy the match from here. There's nothing like making memories with the ones who matter most. And being able to say, I was there, and there. With exclusive.
All right, we come back.
Experiences worldwide.
Ravens ball.
There's nothing like platinum.
Don't sweat the technique.
Ross and Found, how you doing, Bubba? Good to see you.
Fresh, never frozen, original dough from 6 simple ingredients. Get 2 meal pizzas for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
God, commercial after commercial. Let's go.
You don't just want a cold one. You want the cold. The cold lager, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. Invisalign aligners. Trusted by the pros. And
Ross and Found gifted a membership. Thank you, Ross, for blessing the Disney Master Chief with membership and also blessing Preston and the channel and myself. Thank you, my friend.
Bears, Ravens, you think defense, 85 Bears, 2,000 Ravens, both winning Super Bowls in those seasons. On a gift,
handoff up the middle, short gain, maybe 3 yards.
Pushes him out of the way as he picks up 4 yards. Sewell makes the tackle for Chicago. Tyler Huntley has done exactly what the Ravens have needed him to do. It hasn't been anything beyond the normal, but there's also been no mistakes.
No, I mean, 13 of 14 for a 92.9% completion rate is phenomenal. And that's exactly what they've needed. And if you're this Bears defense, you go out there on this drive and you say, we have to get a stop. Let's keep them pinned back and give our offense a good field position. Toss it to Mitchell.
Mitchell, big run down the sideline, all the way out to the 40.
That is what has excited them so much about Keaton Mitchell, those quick cuts and the acceleration for 25 yards.
Ronnie Stanley is going to get out in front and lead ahead of this, but then it's just pure speed to the sideline, down the sideline.
Heck of a run.
For a huge gain. Those explosives, exactly what the Bears don't need right now.
That was a big run.
Trying to get their offense the ball back in good position. Now the field is starting to flip.
Play action. Look at the throw. Play action. Down the field he goes. Overthrew Flowers.
He did have to step on a couple of defenders. Send it to Evan Washburn.
Yeah, guys, just keep talking about Tyler Huntley. John Harbaugh told us he's matured over the years since we had him, and I think it's important to recognize he kind of became a pro here, undrafted.
Mark F., what's up, buddy?
He had some pretty big lows on a big stage.
Nice. Okay, buddy, I appreciate you. Thank you. Very nice. Good luck to the Eagles, Ross and Found. Thanks for stopping in.
And you can see that maturity in the way he's handling this offense in a big spot.
And even in our
shotgun with an empty backfield. He's going to take off running, and we got a flag down.
Took it right up the middle, saw an opening. It's going to come up half a yard shy, 9 yards.
Flag down.
Marker flew on the run.
We're going to use some hands to the face. Defense number 26.
Defense, hands to the face, 5 yards at the end of the run. That's automatic first down.
Now, Huntley telling us, I'm fortunate to play football for a living. I take none of it for granted. And just based on this offseason and then going to Cleveland with the logjam at quarterback and then eventually getting the call from the Ravens, he said, I appreciate that more than ever.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Who said that?
JJ Dynamite.
Handoff up the middle. Nothing. No gain.
Picks up 1 yard, if that. Tremaine Edmonds gets over there. Edmonds continues to play at a high level for this Chicago defense.
Ugh.
The Bears have won 4 in a row. Certainly good feelings right now in Chicago, but every week is a proven week in the NFL. And it's funny how it works. Indianapolis last week against the Chargers, people question whether or not the culture for real they get the win. And everybody jumps on board. The Bears in a Somewhat similar situation. See if this 4-game winning streak is for real. They trail 13-6 here in Baltimore.
Shotgun, looking to throw, steps up, takes off running, first down and more, right up the middle of the field, all the way down to the 25.
Picks up a huge gain to the 16. No fumble. Huntley was ruled down.
Hey, Todd Brady, welcome in, buddy.
Action in Chicago territory.
All these people up in the line of scrimmage, and the problem with that is if there's a gap that's created, all of those people are now behind Tyler Huntley, trying to catch up as he goes down the field with a whole lot of green space in front of him. That's the danger of bringing so much heat, is that if he can break it, he's got a lot of room to run.
29 yards on the run. He's got 42 yards on the ground. Ricard in front of Henry.
First down and 10.
First down at the 16.
Henry,
Henry.
3 or 4 yards, nothing major.
Across the 15-yard line for 2. That's a career-long run for Snoop Huntley.
It's another drive where the Ravens are just churning the ball down the field. They've had a couple big plays, they've had a couple shorter plays, but they're just eating up this quarter right now and moving the ball methodically down the field. Chicago has to get a stop here in the red zone.
Still a one-score game, but the Ravens can change all that. Hill will shift out to a wide receiver spot, so they'll go empty here for Huntley.
Empty backfield. Huntley going to run. Throws on a run. Too far. He had Bateman open. He overthrew him.
Brisker in the area.
And his ability to escape up the middle is what makes it so difficult. Because as a defensive line, if you're only going to rush 4 guys, it's up to those 4 guys to make sure he stays in the pocket. Because everybody else on the back end is obviously yards off the ball. So he finds that little gap in there and he squeezes through, which allows him to do more things. It's very difficult. It's not fun, but as a defensive line, it's up to you to squeeze those gaps.
We got a 3:41 to play in the third quarter. Ravens
Shotgun, looking to throw. Underneath, Flowers wasn't looking for it. Incomplete.
Flowers. It's 4th down.
4th down. Ravens got the punt again, or kick a field goal again.
A success for the Bears defense with the way that the Ravens moved the ball on that drive, holding them to an attempt is a mini win.
So it's going to be Tyler Loop once again. It's a 32-yard attempt. Ravens trying to take a 10-point lead.
It's up and it's good.
$16-6.
16-6. Patriots are taking it to the Browns now. They're about to score again. Browns were doing good, too. Just had an interception.
The global superior light beer.
Arby's new steak nuggets. Finally, you can enjoy that smoky, seared steak you'd normally grill at home.
Appreciate everybody being here today, hanging out. If you're brand new, hit that subscribe. Help us out. We want you to come back for more games. We'll be back tonight for the Steelers and the Packers. Steelers and the Packers tonight.
Monster. It turns clothes into static magnets for your hair. Use Bounce to stop it. If you want static resistant clothes,
Influences glory.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
In 1941, she broke the moat on 4-wheel drive.
Years later.
Go Pats, Todd says. Yep. Browns were playing right with them through most of the game, and then a couple plays kind of took them out of it here.
right now during the Jeep Drive into Fall event, well-qualified lessees can lease a 2025 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon gas model for $420 a month. Hurry, this great offer ends November 3rd.
They got it. Patriots got it 1st and goal now.
KFC original honey barbecue back. PB.
Jets are trying to make a game of it over there in that game.
We could chicken back because you begged for it.
KFC Original Honey Barbecue.
And then he does a jump throw. Hello, Sebastian and Crab. Welcome in. Yes, your Eagles are winning right now.
Short on nothing, big on weekend.
Give it to Barkley if you're the Eagles.
Continues later today on Fox and CBS, followed by Sunday Night Football as the Packers face the Steelers on NBC.
Dan, welcome in. Good to see you, buddy.
Night Football as the Commanders square off against the Chiefs on ESPN and ABC. Then Week 9 kicks off with Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
It's CBS Spirit Week, and Thursday's treat is the spectacular new Ghost Halloween Special, 8:30, 7:30 Central, CBS this Thursday, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
All right, here we go. Kicking off.
I'm going to go as a play-by-play guy. New look, M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore.
No, D-Mac, I'm not.
Office space every day.
Nice return out to the 30, 34-yard line. 34-yard line. And, of course, there is a flag on the play.
It's been tough sledding here for the Bears. Trailing now 16-6. 7 penalties against Chicago, 5 against Baltimore. Sean Smith, personal foul, low block.
Low block defense. That'll move them back 15 yards.
15-yard penalty. First out.
Noah Sewell on the block. We'll start it there.
That's a big plays here today.
Yeah, they've gotten some pressure on the quarterback finally. Mike Green gets back there. Roquan's back. He's making plays. Kyle Hamilton moves into the box once again, as he did in the Rams game, creates some pressure. And then again, sure tackling. It hasn't been anything unbelievable or crazy, but they've tackled well, and they've gotten down into that box and created some havoc up front and finally put some pressure on the quarterback.
And certainly having Roquan Smith has made a huge difference. He talked about the feeling of rejuvenation this week.
Shotgun, 1st and 10, Chicago.
Know your job and then do it. DeAndre Swift has been held in check. Only 4 carries for him. This is his 5th of the day.
Handoff Smith.
It's a running start.
Over to Swift.
5 yards out of
Nope, nothing.
Still plenty of time. Chicago and Ben Johnson, highly creative. But implementing this offense is not a simple task.
No, and he talked about, he hadn't met a lot of his coaches before he got here. We talked about that with Dennis Allen and some of the other coaches, and I said, do you get involved in
Second and 5, 2nd and 5.
This summer, I taught them how I wanted it to look, and now they go out there and teach it on a weekly basis. And that's also where the early bye week helped them, because they can recalibrate once again.
2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5, Swift around the outside. 1st down and more out to the 30. Out to the 35. 1st down, Chicago.
Wiggins took a smack at
Patriots score is now 24-7.
a first down.
This is just great vision. You'll see Kyle Hamilton come off the left, and DeAndre Swift is going to cut back behind him and just make guys miss with speed as he gets out to the edge. But this is a running back seeing a hole way on the backside and being able to hit it.
He's being coached up by Eric Bieniemy. He said, I love it. I just relate to his coaching style.
Single back under center. 1st and 10.
Anybody in that room slack.
Play action. Go to throw.
Play action, sidearm toss.
Gets it off. Moore on the catch. Couple yards, not much.
Just a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, Caleb Williams here looked deep first. He wanted a big play, realized that wasn't there, and then just checks it down. That's something that he's wanting to work on, creating that completion.
No, I didn't see that, Dan.
Climbing that number up from the 61% he had coming in. Part of that is understanding when it's okay to take a check down.
And JJ's got a 40% completion rate on
Handoff up the middle, 1 run. 1 yard of the run, not much. Third down at about 6.
Welcome to the clubhouse.
Interesting fact there, Dan. Alexandra Espinosa.
Still instinctual for him. Yeah, that's where he's comfortable. You watched him in college. You saw him use that athletic ability. We talked to him yesterday, and he talked about having to understand when that athletic ability suits him and when it's better for the offense for him to not use it.
This is a big play for the Bears. The Ravens fans can sense it.
Shotgun, looking to throw. Caught. First down. Odunze again. Another big catch.
And they get the necessary.
Jalen, welcome in.
28-yard pass play.
On the right side of your screen, you're going to see them high-low this cornerback. There's a man down in the flat to try and keep the corner down low, and then Rome Odunze is going to go behind. And we've talked about this before, but that's that famous honey hole in the cover 2 defense where you're behind the corner but in front of the safety. And Caleb Williams puts it right where it needs to be.
Down to 18 seconds to go in this third quarter.
18 to go in the third quarter. Handoff Swift. He loses yards. Lost yards there. Doug, how many yards does Odunze have? Last play of the third quarter there.
Ravens holding on to a 16-6 lead. The Bears are moving the football as we head to the fourth. Baltimore has put together some highlights on the defensive side.
Who's ready for a deal? Now you can order a footlong in the Subway.
Break time, break time.
$1. That's right, Subway MVP Rewards members. Just $1. Get your favorite sub plus 1. Subway, eat fresh, feel good.
To learn how to be a T-Mobile iPhone commercial, Jeff Bridges moved in with Zoe Saldana. But mostly, they just played with the new iPhone 17 Pro. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us. Plus, save up to 20%. Check the math.
Let's see how we're doing here.
He's a master at making people think he can read their minds.
One.
This must be last week. What the heck?
Chestnut is.
Week 8. There we go.
Yes, tomorrow at 10.
Do a little tailgate? Yeah. Nice.
Well, Barkley's having a big game. Woo!
We got the big screen, live DJ, even got a hot tub guy. I'm in the hot tub. Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Justice Hill hasn't got me any points today.
You guys want some? Hey, guys, come on. Don't leave. Hey,
That's interesting.
Sorry, dude.
Miami just scored again.
Got eyelid itching and crusties that won't go away? It could be
Demodex blepharitis and weird Demodex mites. We love making ourselves comfortable here.
with 1 drop in each eye twice a day. You can kill the mites in just 6 weeks. Don't touch the tip of the bottle to your eye or any surface to minimize contamination. Wait 15 minutes before inserting contact lenses. The most common side effects are stinging and burning in 1 out of 10 patients. It's not you, it's Demodex mites.
I got Flowers having a decent thing with Chargers. Stevenson ain't doing much. Hill isn't doing nothing. That stinks. That stinks.
The smartest Wi-Fi at one price.
See what we got going over here.
Xfinity. Imagine that.
If you can't, we can.
Herbert already had his game. Brown's doing okay. 6. All right. What we got going over here?
It's the fourth quarter in Baltimore. Ravens 16, the Bears 6. Chicago with possession on a second down. And
Chicago's second down and 12. Handoff out to the 30. Hey, O'Connor, welcome in, buddy.
30.5-yard line. Gain of 5.5 for Chicago, facing third down, trailing by 10.
Hard to say.
3rd and 6 here, looking to see if Caleb Williams is able to stay in that pocket, if that offensive line gives him time to stand in there and deliver a ball, or if we get another off-schedule situation where he makes it happen either with his legs and then through the air, or just purely with his legs.
Bears have
That's fine, Dan. Thank you.
all six.
Welcome to the clubhouse, Drew Alexander. We got that.
They've been held to 6 so far today. 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6. Williams over to Swift. Inside the 20. Swift inside the 10, down to the 5. Just short of the 5.
Saved the touchdown. But the Bears are knocking on the door after the 25-yard catch and run. Kyle Hamilton's
I don't think so, Greg. It was a 1-point game at halftime when I made that comment. They haven't had a good 3rd quarter. They're losing now, but they were in the game up until halftime.
Against the defense, they wanted it.
There is an injured Raven, and it's Humphrey.
Humphrey is down for the Ravens. That's not good.
Baltimore has dealt with a ton of injuries this season. Just starting to break away from that dark cloud. 16-6. 1st and goal coming up.
When you grow
I like it to go to a doomsday. That would be pretty good. That would help me on my team.
keep my boots clean by rolling with AT&T. You know, the company that invented the telephone. AT&T's America's first network, and it's still the best. That's not me talking. That's the scoreboard.
It's like the Jets are driving about to score.
Network. Get that right, Graham. When you compare, there's no comparison. Plain talk, strong signal, nothing better.
And their love and care makes life worth living. They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we put it inside burritos and tacos anyway.
Another wobbling duck, and they can't make good throws to save their lives for the Jets. They'll probably kick a field goal, try to make it an 8-point game, knowing them.
The word Corona also works.
Got to give your quarterback time to throw. Good Lord. Good Lord.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I unlatched Bevo's gate while taking a selfie.
Yep, they're going to kick a field goal. At least their kicker hits their field goals. I'll give them that.
Not checking Bevo's gate, though. Not smart.
You ain't going to win a game unless you start scoring some touchdowns, though.
At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. Hook 'em.
Georgie and Mandy is America's #1 comedy. At CBS Thursday, it's new. My mom's out on a date.
Maybe she would like some male companionship?
Can we please talk about anything else?
See, you're making her uncomfortable.
She can say when she's uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable.
Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. CBS this Thursday.
For the next 30 days, everyone in the country is trying to murder me. That's crazy, right?
Don't you get it? This game is rigged.
What is this?
Welcome to Running Man. Running Man. Tickets on sale tomorrow.
The Running Man. Interesting.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands. And by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
All right, here we go. 1st and goal.
Is now in 1st and goal, just shy of the 5. Swift in the backfield. They give it to him.
Handoff, Swift down to the 1.
Short of the goal line. It's a 4-yard pickup.
2nd and goal.
All right, I want to take you back to that last play. Watch Caleb Williams check in at the line of scrimmage here. We talk about him learning under Ben Johnson and trying to make steps forward. This is him seeing that blitz, changing the play so that they get that screen right behind Kyle Hamilton, who's coming at his face. Really nice job by Caleb Williams. And a
Double odd stack with Swift at a fullback.
Extra offensive lineman. Bears need a touchdown. Swift in the backfield.
Swift in the backfield. They didn't get it. Hamilton makes the tackle. 3rd and goal.
Hummel first contact, and then Hamilton lifts him off the ground.
Big hit right there.
Just a really great hit in the hole to stop all momentum before it can continue forward over the line of scrimmage. That is a big boy football play right there. Had a little old school Baltimore Ravens vibe.
3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. They're going to run it again.
Swift puts the head down, and he's in.
Touchdown. That'll definitely get reviewed.
So they will confirm it.
We'll take a look.
Yeah, he's across. I could see it right there. He was across.
Certainly appears like a touchdown from where we're sitting. We'll see if we can.
Buffalo just scored again. They're 32-3 or 33-3 or something.
I think he's in.
His body turned just a bit as the contact was taking place, but it was obvious that the ball crossed the plane.
You can see the knee down, and you can see the ball right there, which is pretty clearly across the goal line. That's a touchdown.
And it's been confirmed.
16-12, extra point pending, 16-13.
Cutting this to 3. Cairo Santos.
George Santos is the kicker. He can do anything. That's extra point is good.
11 plays, 83 yards. It's 16-13. Baltimore.
16-13. Ravens getting the ball back.
Looking for all day. Type 1.
SandCloud chose the Capital One Spark Cash Plus card. Their business earns unlimited 2% cash back on everything they buy.
Well, we got 37, 43, 30, 37, 43, 47. Damn it. Missed it again. Try this again. 16, 30, 37, 43, 47, 49, 51, 53.
Must be a James.
The Geico Gecko, I'm like speechless. I love how I say $900.
D-Mac, have a good night. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. If anybody's new, say hello in the chat. We'd love to welcome you in. Doesn't matter what team you're a fan of, say hello in the chat.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Hey, Copilot, you see my portfolio? Help me write my bio.
Absolutely. Jenna's known for her dynamic blend of brutalism and vibrant colors.
Stop it, Copilot. But keep going.
Jenna's designs are a dance of structure and whimsy.
Oh, I like that.
Hey, Cooper.
Brad Bound, what's up? He's on the Bears. What's up, Brad? How you doing, buddy?
Fly into Cancun.
I'm going to be doing a bunch of Bears games throughout the balance of the season. Make sure you're giving us a follow. Come back anytime. Brad's saying bear down.
Let's face it, y'all need magic more than ever.
Is down. Right is right.
This is a chance to make a real difference.
It's gonna be fun. No, you see me. No, you don't. Because you're 13.
Here's to the stop that never stopped. To the flavor that found its way into everything. From just one spot to America's #1 spot for wings. This isn't just a meal. It's an arrival. Wingstop is here.
All right, here we are coming back in. 16-13 game, 3-point game now.
What's in your wallet? Jameson. Must be a Jameson. Taste responsibly. And by Wingstop. Bring the flavor. Order at wingstop.com.
The amazing shots of today's game provided by Nationwide. Crowd has been really into it. They're obviously thirsting for a win.
Wow, 30-7 now. Patriots up on top of the Browns. Here's the return out to the 30, 35, 40. That's a big return. Out to the 42, maybe 43.
Strong play for Keaton Mitchell. It's a 40-yard return. The Bears season didn't get off to the kind of
Hot Wax is hoping the Bears can pull one out here.
They busted out of the cage. 4 straight wins for Chicago since the 0.
Yeah, 4 straight wins for the Bears. 4 straight.
Plus 13 turnover margin. Longest winning streak since 2018. They also won 5 in a row back in 2018.
First down and 10, Ravens. That's a 44. Handoff, Henry, off the middle, not much. 3, maybe 4 yards, maybe 4. We'll give it 4.
48. Noah Sewell, the tackle. Check it with Adam Shaw in New York.
Hey, JJ. CJ Stroud to the X-Men. Xavier Hutchinson. It's CJ's first 300-yard passing game of the season. Texans all over the Niners, 23-7. Back to Ian and Houston Texans legend, JJ Watt.
That's right. On defensive end day at the NFL. No, tight end.
I was a tight end every now and then.
That's right, you were. It's true. Zay Flowers getting a big call.
Zay Flowers with the catch. First down, Ravens. Mike Wazowski says, let's go Bears.
Makes the tackle for Chicago, and that's the thing about a long return of 40 yards. Bang, bang, and you're very close to field goal range.
Yeah, there we take a look at Todd Monken and what he was able to design here in terms of this little jet sweep, but he's had to try and figure it out this year. You start out with Lamar Jackson, who is one of one. Todd Monken calls him the eliminator. He eliminates any mistakes other people may make, and now he has to try and figure it out after having a stint with Cooper Rush.
Handoff outside. Mitchell, short run, 3 to 4 yards.
That's a 3-yard gain for Keaton Mitchell. Baltimore came in fewest offensive plays per game, 54.2. They're now at 45 offensive plays.
We got a man down.
Defensive lineman down for Chicago. This time, Jervon Dexter.
Dexter, lineman down for Chicago.
Turner and Robinson will step aside.
Don't forget, we'll be live tonight doing the Packers and the Steelers. Packers and the Steelers tonight. Looking forward to that. Hope you'll be here with us for that.
It's our best steak ever.
Fresh, no bad stuff.
With garlic.
Cumin, coriander, it's super tender.
You see? People love it. And it's so good with our new red chimichurri. You're going to want to put it on everything.
Being last of the waiver lines stink. But that's why they have it set up that way, I guess, you know.
Big deal on a new hunt. It's time.
Bengals just went up 31 to 16 in their game over the Jets.
Excellent reliability. From the Kelly Blue Book.
Pirine with a big score over there.
You can get a $269 per month lease on a 20.
The Bills are about to put up another 7 and make it 40-3. They're blowing them out. Dun, 10:46 left in the third here.
The #1 doctor recommended brand of pain reliever. It's backed by decades of rigorous, credible research. From doctors, nurses, and pharmacists to moms, dads, and caregivers, they have all put their trust in Tylenol.
Wayfair's big sale is back. It's Way Day! Score up to 80% off everything home. Yes. Plus, we're free shipping on everything.
Yep. They scored. That's crazy. 40-3. Bears blowing out. Carolina's played so good the last couple weeks in games and competitive, and they come out at home against the Bills and just get destroyed.
Buffalo sauce.
What are you going to get this time? Get Domino's $9.99.
Just goes to show you anything can happen on any given Sunday.
It's big time. Kirk Signetti has the Hoosiers thinking big as undefeated Indiana visits Maryland. Fear the Turtle. A CBS Sports triple header begins at noon. Then it's big time.
And Miami's about to score again. They're up 31-3 on the Atlanta. That's the biggest upset of the day. Miami over Atlanta.
Jervon Dexter Sr. did get up and walk off to the sideline. He's now in the blue tent for Chicago.
All right, here we go. Ravens, 2nd and 7.
10:38 to play. Fourth quarter.
Play action, handoff up the middle. Henry, short gain, 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Walled off after a gain of 2.5. It's going to set up 3rd down. Tackle for
49ers have it 1st and goal over on their game.
This is a big one here. You have a chance to either keep them at a very long field goal or knock them completely out of field goal range here.
Now, this is a far cry.
Touchdown 49ers. Tong's got it.
Tight game against the Reds.
3rd down and 5. 3rd and 5.
In week 6, coming off the bye, facing a 3rd and 5.
Underneath, incomplete, nearly intercepted. That was a horrible throw.
Off the hands of Byard.
4th and 5. Chicago 39. That's a 54-yard field goal. That is a long field goal. Oh, it was deflected. Deflected. That's why it's a bad throw. Yeah, the Dolphins, Steve, are going to be the biggest upset today, I think.
From his free safety position down into the box, read this the entire way, and almost had another one for this opportunistic Bears defense.
And JJ concerned now for Ronnie Stanley.
Oh, Ronnie Stanley down. Great.
Oh, man.
That's not what the Ravens need.
The Ravens, he's been dealing with injuries this season and this reoccurring theme for Baltimore.
3 minutes ago.
We got a timeout.
Current flight trajectory is consistent with impact somewhere in the continental United States.
Have we seen that on tip of our mill?
I really want you to breathe.
Get in the car and just start driving.
If we get this wrong, none of us are going to be alive tomorrow.
We are.
Well, Baltimore was the favorite, Hot Wax, so technically it can't be. I mean, I guess, yeah, because of the backup quarterback going in, you're right. At that point, I guess that -3 drops down to probably flat. So, yeah, I'll give that to you, Hot Wax. Absolutely.
He's not wearing pants. Do birds need pants? And the control room censored it. Only pay for what you need.
Yeah, because that -2.5 was laid out with Lamar playing.
Little Caesars gives you more because more is better. It's Little Caesars new more for $9.99 menu. Get 2 of your.
Who do you guys like in tonight's Steelers game against the Packers? That should be an interesting game. No, Steve, I don't think anybody saw that really too much. Couple people. Doesn't matter if somebody has the worst record. They can still be favored at home. The Ravens were favored by 2.5 to start the game.
Wow. Aww.
Oh, I hate this chair.
CMC. New episode CBS tomorrow.
The Jets are trying to make a late game of it, but I don't think that's going to happen.
He's back with new twists.
We have a problem.
They're down 15.
Is all new CBS Thursday night 8 Central and streaming on Paramount Plus.
The fans are really part of the line. Their uniform just looks a little different than ours. Everyone shows up with their own vibe. Fan like a pro at NFLshop.com.
4th and 5. What are the Ravens doing?
Dexter is back in for Chicago. It's 4th and 5, and John Harbaugh's got his offense on the field.
Oh, they're going for it. Oh, boy. 4th and 5 at the 39. They're going for it.
Joseph, no boom. But this shows to me that they have faith in Tyler Huntley.
Shotgun for Huntley.
This could be a draw-off. Trying to just take the delay game.
10 seconds left on the play clock. Does not appear.
Snap it.
Nope. This one's going to go.
Nope. They're just trying to draw them off sides. Harbaugh's going to punt it.
Lamar found it funny.
You know what your record says, Hot Wax? That's not a bad point. Not a bad point at all.
The Chiefs run one the other week where Patrick Mahomes said in a little more colorful terms, this never works.
Yeah.
And then they actually snapped it, which is brilliant in my mind because after the first 2 as a defensive lineman, you just relax. You're like, all right, they're not snapping it. So you could certainly catch people off guard.
Do you think the commercial acting from Mahomes has helped him?
Oh, absolutely. Just a trained professional.
Yes.
He was able to.
Here's the punt.
He sold it. Yeah. Punt from Stout.
Down to the 2. Very nice for the Ravens there. Inside the 2. Barkley got hurt over that Philly game and went out.
40 yards. And now by Chicago deep in their own territory. Saturday, college football tripleheader gets started. Air Force welcoming Army. Then 3:30, big-time matchup, upset-minded Maryland host number 2, Indiana. Later, the nightcap, Washington State goes to Corvallis to take on Oregon State. It's all. We will be live doing that Steelers-Packers game, so I hope you'll join us. Marlon Humphrey returns for Baltimore. In the secondary, the Bears operating at their own 4-yard line. Manungai in the backfield. Bears at their own 4-yard line. Lumping the motion man. And flat. False start. False start. Offense number 62. After this, let's get a goal. First down. They lead the NFL in false start penalties. Joe Tooney just cost his team 2 yards.
I mean, that might have been a little bit of the he said, she said situation where if you sell it hard.
These year of injuries. Yeah, Greg, you're right. It's crazy, right? Too many injuries. Sub it up if you're new. We're 8 subs from 340. Sub it up if you're new. 8 subs from 340. They have Durham Smythe now shift out of the backfield, sets up on the line. They're on their 2-yard line now. Caleb Williams dealing with the crowd. Play clock is down to 1. Just gets it off. Hand off. Manungai gets about 2 back. They'll pick up. All right, Miss Susan Silva. Everybody check out her channel. Susan Silva does a great job with her channel. Wish upon a Disney.
I think Manungai
Mods, drop a link for her if you wouldn't mind.
One gap further to the outside towards the sideline. They had the defensive end hooked, and he had some space. Unfortunately, just cut it right back in.
2nd and 9. 2nd and 9.
One guy stays in there.
Under center, single back sack. Going to fake the handoff. Play action. Look at the throw. Got a lot of time. Intercepted by Wiggins. Wiggins inside the 10. 1st and goal, Ravens. Wow.
Just an incredible job of undercutting this route. You're going to see it here. He runs the route with him, undercuts it for the interception.
Wow.
Beautiful defensive back play from Nate Wiggins in a massive moment.
Nate Wiggins with his 2nd INT of the season. And this one is huge for Baltimore. They are set up deep in Chicago territory. Turnovers have worked in favor of the Bears this season.
And the Jets just scored and went for 2 and got it. It's a 31-24 game there now.
Henry in the backfield.
Handoff, Henry. Nothing. Gets stuffed. Stuffed.
It's a loss of 1.
I told you at the beginning of this game that John Harbaugh.
Thank you, Debbie.
Saying that we're injured, we turn the ball over too much, and we're not getting turnovers. That's the bottom line. Today, they have protected the football. They've gotten a turnover. They're doing the things that they need to do.
The Eagles just scored as well. They're up 31-13. They're going to walk away with that game against the G-Men. The G-Men going down.
Hold Baltimore to a field goal. Ronnie Stanley has returned for the Ravens at that left tackle spot. Motion man is Kohler.
Play action, go to throw. He's got time. Underneath, wide open, touchdown, tight end. Kohler on the touchdown.
For the Ravens defense to offense.
No, this is a little tight end high play. They're just going to get him lost in all the traffic as he comes back across. Huntley sees it, knows he's going to be open. And just like you said, Ian, complimentary football. Nate Wiggins gets the takeaway. Kolar gets the touchdown. The Ravens
going up. Sub it up if you're new. We got a lot of football left on this channel. We'll be live every weekend. Every weekend for 2 to 5 games. Every weekend on this channel. 2 to 5 games across the NFL, including all of the playoffs and the Super Bowl. right here on the channel.
Is what sets it up. Williams out of his own end zone. Wiggins reads it perfectly. And then a couple of plays later, the tight end on National Tight End Day, Charlie Kohler, feeling himself.
Yeah, they can do a doomsday all they like. I'd like that. He's on my team. We are 6 subs from 340, 6 away. Plus, we got all the World Series this week. All the World Series this week we're doing. A lot of football, a lot of baseball left.
She is too. He's a winner. And so is he. Finally a winner. You know you're getting it. Go directly to McDonald's and get your bag. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
An unrelenting itch. When moderate to severe eczema is uncontrolled despite treatment, get itch relief fast and skin clearance that lasts. Nemluvio blocks the signaling of IL-31, a switch that triggers key symptoms of eczema. Do not take if allergic to
8:13 left in the game. Chicago will be getting the ball back. 10-point game. Far from over. Anything can happen in the NFL. I've seen worse.
Ask about Nemluvio today.
I've seen worse things happen.
Maine to Tokyo. And every street, sidewalk, and side trail in between. You don't wear bean boots to stand out. You wear them to stand
Feels like they're doing more commercials to make sure that this game lengthen out because it was going real quick. This game should have ended right around 3:30.
Chips and salsa and a bottomless drink, all for just $10.99. So
Yeah, it's a crazy game, John.
just come to Chili's. This Chili's 3 for me is the
Crazy game.
you can eat.
CBS tomorrow.
There's something else going on here.
All hands on deck.
You're FBI.
Full flight rescue mission.
You have a job to protect people.
FBI. All new CBS tomorrow and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Baby gear. We got a break in the case.
no access. Why does this feel so off?
I was gonna say fun.
Everyone down!
Fun? I'll give him some fun.
NCIS is all new CBS Tuesday and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Are they driving again, Steve?
NFL Network.
Well, let A-Chain have another touchdown. Or I need him to get 35 more yards rushing. That would be the beautiful thing. Let him run off a 35-yard rush for a touchdown. That would be money.
The motto this week from Chicago, we're not the same old Bears. Caleb Williams mentioned it. Kevin Byard did as well. Williams talking about how hard they have fought to get to where they are, finding ways to win. Now the key was becoming consistent.
Collected at the 10, out to the 20, and Hammer at the 20 and dropped it to 21.
Hit hard as he crossed the 20-yard line. And it's a great opportunity to show.
Bears will start there.
Coming up next, you can count on an outstanding second game of our NFL on CBS doubleheader. Dak Prescott, the Cowboys ride into Denver, a duel with the Broncos. Some of you will see the Titans and the Colts. You can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, he's a good running back, John.
Take a pulse of this.
It's a hard running back.
A couple weeks ago against the Houston Texans, and it is night and day what this building is like now compared to the fourth quarter of that.
Some of the best fans in the NFL.
Play action, going to throw. Got all day.
Houston. Williams going through his progressions. Buying more time. He's going to sling it downfield.
Incomplete.
Receivers in the area.
Carla, welcome in. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, Carla.
Welcome to the clubhouse.
Adam Shaw, NFL Today update.
Hi, JJ. Josh Allen becomes the second quarterback ever with 70 career rushing touchdowns. Cam Newton has 75. It's all Buffalo 40-3 over Carolina. Back to you.
All Buffalo.
Part of what makes Josh Allen so lethal is you get it close to the goal line. How are you going to stop that guy? Under 8 minutes to play here. 2nd and 10 for Chicago. Rush is on.
Throw incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up. Looking for Brown again. Man, they are doing some hitting in that San Francisco game. Good Lord.
Maybe just a little bit high. You know, you always say in the NFL, if you get your hands on it, you want to catch it.
But with that timing and everything, this sets up a 3rd and 10 here. With down 10, 8 minutes left. This is one you'd love to have for Chicago.
It's a nickel package for Baltimore.
3rd and 10, 3rd and 10.
To possess the ball. Williams deep drop.
Williams gain of 9. Odunze on the catch, but he only gets 9. 4th and 1. I think they got to go for it here. I don't think they have much of a choice.
One official on the far side that had initially marked him past the line again. Now he's shifting.
Well, he gave that second effort where it looks like he stayed inbounds with his feet somehow.
Rolling on the field is a first down.
For that ballerina move he made somehow to stay in bounds and reach for the first down. Incredible job by Roma Dunze to buy a first down for this team.
And it was the official on the far side that saw it and had the call right.
What a great camera shot, too, from our crew. That pylon cam right there.
After replay assistance ruling on the field is the first down. So it has been confirmed. You saw it for yourselves on that camera angle. Odunze with the second effort to extend his...
They got to keep throwing to him. He's catching all the balls for him.
Let's take another look at it here. We've talked about the sure tackling of the Ravens today. Here, Roma Dunze is able to shake it off and get the first down. I mean, sometimes you just have to give credit to extremely athletic plays and effort. Really nice effort, knowing his team needed it in that spot.
So the line of scrimmage is down to 32. We're down to 7:38.
Look at the throw again. Underneath. Oh, popped right away.
And the ball popped free. They both have it. Marlon Humphrey with forward progress. Second down.
Forward progress to stop. Second down.
And that's where the play ends.
I think he might have...
Ravens wanted that fumble, but they said forward progress.
Wow, punched right in the face. Ball out. I don't know if that is ever actually a completed catch because he didn't make a football move. So then it becomes, in my personal opinion, maybe we bring Gene in. More of a...
Cincinnati scored. Took it back to a 14-point lead. Nick, I'm in too many fantasy leagues to quote him, buddy. I'm in 5 or 6 leagues. Welcome in, buddy.
But they ruled forward progress on the play.
But that's my question. Can you have forward progress if it was never technically a catch? Does it then turn into the ball is just a free ball? Let's bring in Gene. Gene, what do you think here?
With that, you know what, JJ, you did a heck of a job there of taking the elements of what makes it a completed catch. And I'm not disagreeing with you. Here you see possession, but you see only 2 steps.
They're reviewing this one.
Football move by the time the contact takes place, and then the ball clearly is not possessed going to the ground. Now, I know they ruled forward progress. They can challenge forward progress if they deem this to win on the field. But as John Smith just said, they're going to challenge. If
they're challenging it,
say that this is a catch with forward progress, it is challengeable only under the ruling that when the contact is initiated, the ball comes loose immediately. Then you can rule this, even though forward progress. I still think it's not a catch, JJ, on what you originally said.
Okay, so then the ball did not touch the ground. So then how do they go about...
Coach O, what's up? Welcome in.
It's so jumbled up at the bottom of this. You see it here. Initially, it looks like the Bears have it. Then it looks like the Ravens have it.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Yeah, this is really good. Look, when you see this now, I don't think it's a catch. And you're right. The ball now is just a loose ball. Yeah. Now, do we have a simultaneous possession?
It looks like it's that's like the old school backyard. We both got it. Who gets it? Runner.
In a tie, we're giving it to the offense. If it's a tie, we're giving it to the offense.
Wow. This is going to be very interesting.
It'll be an interesting call. It could go either way.
The ball ends up in the breadbasket. Initially, Zacchaeus. And then eventually, as Zacchaeus turns, it lands on the lap of Humphrey.
I'm with Gene. I think it's simultaneous.
Appreciate you, Coach O. Thank you, buddy.
To leave it with the offense.
We're 5 subscribers from our goal, trying to get to 340. 5 away.
Heck of a play by Marlon Humphrey.
Bengals are now up 38-14 with the extra point. I live in Maryland. Yes, Coach O.
They can actually change that call.
Ruling on the field of a completed pass and forward progress stands.
But they
stands. Ruling stands.
It's a similar outcome to kind of
tie goes to the run.
it's like a similar 6 one way, half dozen the other.
So it's the Ravens who lose the timeout because it was challenged by
2nd and 6 now. 2nd and 6.
Now at the 36-yard line. Now obviously, you come up with a turnover there, you like your chances up 10 with the football, 7:05 left. If you're Baltimore, instead, the Bears drive continues. Williams, step and throw.
Caught.
This man over the middle.
Moore. DJ Moore with the catch.
Forward progress will get him to the 46-yard line. Tackle made by Malachi Starks. They move the pocket.
You missed Maryland. Yeah, I get that. I just had a crab cake sandwich the other night. It was fantastic, Coach. Fantastic.
Moving quick here now for the Bears offense.
18-yard pass play, 6:36 to go. Shotgun for Williams. A step and throw. And it's right into the hands of Loveland.
He's got his tight end Loveland for a catch.
Playing without Cole Kmet today. So
Bears playing up tempo right now. Up tempo.
that's his third catch. Line of scrimmage is now the 35. Clock continues to roll.
They went quick on the last completion and then huddled up after this one. They're not necessarily in have to go crazy mode right now, but I do think there's got to be a little urgency to the offense.
We had 6 minutes to play. Williams
Throws underneath. Caught.
toss to Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus.
Ravens believe it hit the ground. That's not what the officials saw. They'll move the ball just inside the 30. Tackle made by Roquan Smith.
See if we get a good look at it here. Roquan gets his hand on it, but that's a completed pass there.
2nd down and 5 from the 30-yard line. 5.5 to go.
Ravens taking advantage there of a rule where if the offense changes personnel, the defense gets the opportunity, so they slowly change to take a little time off the clock.
Williams running for his life. Throws on the run. Incomplete.
He was trying to hit Odunze, working the sideline. So that stops the clock. 5:16 remaining. Bears have all 3 timeouts remaining. They need 7 and 3, so they're currently in field goal range.
Great look at it right there. Obviously, a very difficult catch to make as you're going down to the ground like that.
Judkins is out.
Put in a good spot to give him an opportunity, just a very, very tough one to make.
Manungai in the backfield.
Look at the throw again. Down the field he goes. Incomplete.
It was over the head of Duvernay.
Looking for Duvernay, way over his head.
48-yard attempt.
4th and 5.
Jairo Santos, who has been battling a thigh injury.
They're in a little bunch formation to try and get this matchup. He gets up on top of it.
Here comes George Santos to kick.
Officially going to be a 47-yarder.
47-yarder for the bump.
Snapper Daly, Holder Taylor.
Field goal's good.
With 5-0.
1 possession game.
Ravens challenged this call on the field, thought it was a turnover in favor of Humphrey and Baltimore. It was ruled a catch, and it stayed that way, and it kept the drive alive, resulting in 3 on the board for the Bears. Bears are 4-2. They were 4-2 last year and then lost 10 in a row. Ravens at 1-5. Look,
Jets are still up there fighting, trying to stay in that game.
Bears must win mathematically. You lose this game to go to 1-6 in the current state of the NFL, even though the AFC North is not the strongest that it's been.
No, that was him kicking Hot Wax.
Probably not coming back.
He does everything.
And you also have to talk about the flip side of it. You find a way to come out of here today with a win. You turn around on Thursday at Miami. You find a way to win there, and all of a sudden you're getting an extended break, 10 days off, sitting at 3-5. So massive implications for the entire season here in these last 5 minutes.
Out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Out to the 35.
To the 34.5-yard line. Jonathan Owens on special teams makes the stop. Stay tuned. NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars. Time permitting, all the latest NFL scores and highlights. So it's on Tyler Snoop Huntley. Last 2 games, Cooper Rush got the start in place of Lamar.
Here we go.
Jackson missing his 3rd straight game with a hamstring injury. He suffered it against Kansas City in the 3rd quarter on September the 28th. And the Ravens decided to go with Huntley to run the show.
Huntley at quarterback. Here we go.
Proven to be the right decision. Can they turn it into a win?
Huntley and Flowers. Good game. Good catch. Gain of about 5.
Flowers is tackled at the 40.
I didn't say it's 94 yards. Needs 6 yards.
On the mindset of this Ravens team at 1-5, and if you talk to the players, it's 12-5, 1-0. Obviously, looking at 12-5 as a record. And when John Harbaugh mentioned just how they want to approach this, he said, if we don't use all the adversity we've been through the first 6 weeks of this season, 6 games, then we've wasted it. And they really took all that's happened to them into this game.
Yeah, he told us it's a reset. We asked him, who do you talk to in these situations? I talked to my dad. There's no magic formula. Be strong, fight through it, go get one win.
Handoff, Henry. Short of up. He got the first down where he fell.
First down. Well earned 5 yards for Derrick Henry.
You know, guys, we talk about that Thursday night game coming up at Miami, and everybody kind of has that assumption that Lamar is going to be back out there for that game. But coming into the bye week, everybody had that assumption that Lamar was going to be out there for this game also. So while I think it's what everybody's thinking, it's not a guarantee that we see him on Thursday. But certainly, if you're a Ravens fan, you'd love to see your MVP back out there.
So because they got the first down, the Ravens can use more clock. At some point, the Bears will have to start thinking.
Handoff up the middle, short gain. Jermaine Event, what's up? Welcome in. Just enjoying my. Welcome in, Jermaine. We're going to do some more of your Bears games throughout the year, man. So hit us up with a follow. Come on back anytime. You're welcome here. You're always welcome on our channel.
Up by 7. This is what's coming up. Mentioned Miami, then at Minnesota, at Cleveland, Jets. Another divisional game with Cincinnati on the schedule. So the way that Baltimore is looking at it, they had one of the most challenging schedules to open the season. They also had some chances to win games that they didn't. And certainly that could come back and bite you when the season's all done. But in the here and now, the schedule gets much easier, significantly easier.
Yeah, there's a reason that people.
Thank you, Jermaine. Appreciate you.
Team is a potential playoff team, and it's because of that schedule. It's because they have Lamar Jackson potentially coming back. It's because of those opportunities that sit in front of them if they're able to take advantage.
But we don't talk about any of that.
Handoff, off tackle, short gain again.
Timeout right here for Chicago.
So the clock stops, 3:23 remaining. Let's send it back to New York. Adam Schott.
Ian, JJ, Dak Prescott, and the Dallas Cowboys.
The Jets just made it within a touchdown again over there.
Tony, Tracy, coming up 4:25 Eastern Time. That's going to be a show. Back for you.
Greg, let's not do that, even if we're just kidding.
Those uniforms, make them permanent. Those are beauties.
Please, if you wouldn't mind. I try to keep things positive over here on my channel.
No idea.
If they're that good, which I agree with you.
Yeah, they are so good.
23-16.
Wow, the 49ers are losing by 11. They're still trying to get in that, though.
Still a lot of time left. You can't just run this into the line.
I try to be respectful to all fans of every team on my channel.
This isn't where you're just trying to waste their last time out.
Justice Hill is in there, giving them some versatility. From the gun.
From the gun, throws, caught. DeAndre Hopkins for a first down, Ravens. I could take some more time off the clock as the Bears are down to one timeout.
Maybe a little push there, a little hand in the face mask, but no call. And a securing.
That would have to be the bigger upset. No problem, Danger Stats. That would be the bigger upset, I would think. Even bigger than Miami if the Jets beat Cincinnati. I don't know. Tough call.
To stop the clock with 3:18 to go.
First down and 10. Handoff. Mitchell around the outside. First down again, Ravens, and he goes out of bounds. What are you thinking? Don't go out of bounds.
You stay in bounds. That changes the game.
Why would you go out of bounds, you clown? Nice run, and then he goes out of bounds. Fall down. Stay in bounds. Idiot.
But they are now in field goal range, so there will be a golden opportunity to make this a two-possession game, as now the clock becomes a serious issue for Chicago. 55 offensive plays for Baltimore.
Handoff up the middle, Mitchell. Solid run, gain of 8, but there's flags down. I don't know if Baltimore was moving or not.
Popped out early. It's at the 23. Lamar is fully engaged.
Offside. Defense, number 96, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty. Defense in the neutral zone. Automatic first down. The Jets are getting the ball back with 7 minutes left. Cincinnati went 3 and out.
Yeah, he's just clearly over the football there, not even close. You know, I'm wondering back to that third down by Hopkins there. If you're a Bears fan, I think you're sitting there saying, wonder if we got another look at that. If there was a little push there, if there's a little face mask there. He's such a pivotal play.
First and 5. 3:06 on the clock.
And Hill down the stretch.
Handoff again. Going to the fast scat back, Mitchell.
Derrick Henry's fumbles this year.
That's the last timeout right there for the Bears.
Right at the top of the screen. This is that play I was talking about, that pivotal third down where they get it. It depends on if if you're a Bears fan, you're looking there saying, I see two arms fully extended. I think from this look, you see his hand gets in the face mask. Gene, can we get a thought from you?
Yeah, you know what, JJ? It is hand fighting. But when you see DeAndre Hopkins' hand get up into Wright's face mask, and now you have a little grab and a little separation and a movement there, now you've displaced someone. This may not give the best look at the left hand, but you can see him hanging there for a minute. You went back to the ice, so I think you clearly see what would be an offensive.
Thank you, Coach O.
Offensive pass interference. I know Wright's reaching there. There's nothing there.
All right, here we go.
Hopkins got up to that left hand and redirected him with.
Looks like the Bears just went off sides.
There on DeAndre Hopkins, either face mask or OPI.
Yeah, thank you, Gene. I just wanted to take a second look at that because I do think that that's what Chicago fans are sitting there thinking.
Penalty markers.
Defense number 97.
5 yards, automatic first down. Ravens can salt this one away now pretty much. If you're not subscribed, sub it up. We're 2 away from our goal. We will be back tonight for Packers and Steelers. Come back and see me tonight, Packers and Steelers.
Which do I choose from in soap aisle at the grocery store?
It's like having a doctor or lawyer at your disposal.
Yeah.
Gene? Did you just say it is. It's like Beetlejuice. Yep.
Play action. Huntley's going to keep it himself. He runs it. First and goal, Ravens at the 2. First and goal, Ravens at the 2.
Huntley has brought juice to the Baltimore Ravens.
This is a design quarterback keep. You're going to see the left tackle, Ronnie Stanley, stay with him and get out front to provide some lead blocking. And then Huntley says, I'm going to lower my shoulder. I'm going to run somebody over here. Lamar may be coming back on Thursday, so I'm going to get my money's worth as I run over here for the first down.
They put their trust in Snoop, and he has done the job.
Handoff, Huntley, straight ahead. King Henry going backwards, bounces around the outside. Look out, touchdown, Henry.
Always successful up inside. Here he's not. He bounces it out and back and just finds wide open highway all the way to the pylon. To put this one up 2 scores for the Baltimore Ravens.
Lamar Jackson loaded it. Henry's got a second touchdown of the day.
Mike says, go Bucks. I'll cheer you there on Go Bucks as well. I like Go Bucks.
About a Sunday performance.
Extra points, good.
3 touchdowns for the offense. 3 field goals for the offense. And a bunch of points for the Baltimore Ravens after struggling the last few weeks.
Yeah, and you said it before, that AFC North. Tonight, the Steelers have the Green Bay Packers. And then these Ravens on Thursday night have a chance to put themselves in a much better position than they were yesterday.
John Harbaugh said,
2-minute warning coming up here after the kick.
lose your poise. He said, we haven't had too many breaks. Create some breaks. Well, they did. The Wiggins interception, a couple of defensive stands when they needed it.
He talked about this adversity, and he said, that cliche is true. It's not what happens to you, it's how you come through it. He said, I'm ready to be through it. I'm ready to be through it. And this is the first step for them.
Where is that game tonight? Is that in Green Bay? I know where that game is.
Next for Chicago, they're going to be at
Touchback for the Bears. Touchback.
This team now has a different
2 subs away from our goal. 2 away.
Flacco at the quarterback spot. 30-16 Ravens, 2:09 on the clock. Big smile for Snoop Public. That's what the Bears' schedule looks like. At Cincinnati, home for the Giants. Divisional game with Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and Philadelphia. All to come.
Yeah, that NFC North is a tough division.
It's in Pittsburgh. Wow, okay. That's going to be interesting then, man. They play tough at home.
Just the 8th all-time meeting between.
That'll be a great game. I can't wait to do that game. I hope you all will come back and join me.
Baltimore, and they won the game. Williams throw.
Doug may stay up past 8:30 tonight.
As he hooks up once again.
Oh, Doomsday with the catch there. He's got 100 yards now.
2-minute warning here in Baltimore. Ravens in complete control.
2-minute warning here.
Hasn't been a whole lot of celebrating.
The Jets had it first and goal, by the way, everybody. Jets have it first and goal.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Now with new zesty, crispy pickle fries. Just mix and match 3 apps and 3 sauces to create your own Applebee's Ultimate Trio.
2 subs away on our goal. If you haven't subbed it up, help us out today.
You're home for the holidays. You've dreamt of this moment. Back in your old room.
Mike B, welcome in. No, I'm not doing a 4 o'clock game, Manuel. We have Disney interviews at 6 o'clock.
Shorts for Dad. Something with a little more coverage.
Falcons are up and down. You don't really know what you're going to get with them, you know. Falcons are, when they're good, they're good. When they're bad, they're bad. Really on both sides of the ball there.
Ask your provider or request Cologuard online.
Can I help you, sir? Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I'd like you to beat it with a better deal on one of these fine cars. Not how it works. Verizon it is. Anyone can bring their AT&T or T-Mobile bill.
Let me go over here.
Expensive.
Do this.
Better deal, best 5G network.
Do this.
Situation here. Don't call it that.
Bring your AT&T or T-Mobile to the
Video.
Verizon store today for a better
Let's
deal.
see. We'll drop you guys right into our game tonight.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the experience of this trainer,
Good to go.
but getting that trainer.
Megan Trainer. I'm all about that brace. About that brace. No trouble. Give me your arm.
No, it's not for that.
Who are you?
Patrick, I play football.
This is Patrick, everyone. Give it up for Patrick. He does sports.
So don't
Yeah,
settle for just
he does sports. Alamania, hello, back from church and grocery shopping. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. I like what the Bears are doing as an organization. I don't think they're far from being a really elite team. I think they need a little bit better line work to give Williams more time. And I think they need one more good, real good defensive, like corner or pressure person. I don't think the Bears are really far from being a really, really good team.
In Baltimore, where the Ravens in desperate need of a win. They've got this thing in complete control, 30-16 with 2 minutes to go.
30 on a throw. Incomplete. The Jets did just score a touchdown to go ahead of the Bengals, as long as the extra point is good.
Time permitting, all the latest NFL scores and highlights. So for Chicago, let's flip it to the other side. 4-2 this year, just like they were last year. Everybody echoing similar sentiment of, hey, this is not last year. They lost 10 straight games after starting 4-2. They just
shotgun formation. Look at the throw.
Different culture. Williams
throws down the field. Big catch by, oh my God, Moore. DJ Moore, what a catch down the sideline. 1st and goal. Bears, holy heck.
And Williams gets up limping just a bit, trying to jog towards the huddle.
Wow, what a catch. Just incredible. But now just so much time ticking off the clock here.
They're down to 1:20 to go. A young guy in there.
Gonna throw.
Williams looks.
Incomplete.
Bounces off the hands of Loveland.
Let's take another look. My goodness,
A one-handed catch by Moore. That's crazy. What a catch.
And get out of bounds or just step out of bounds. About 30.
Great job by Williams to find a guy down the field, too, under that much pressure.
He limped his way down the field.
It was Humphrey who delivered the shot. 1:14 to go. Second and goal, Williams. 6 throws.
Oh, no, short.
Throws short underneath.
No timeouts remaining. Catch made by Duvernay. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
The ball is at the 1.
Oh, no. All right, they're in. I think
Williams
is going to be stopped at the 1.
The whole thing was
4th and goal, my word.
sideways as the clock continues to roll. They're down to 44 seconds.
Clock continuing to run.
There's a lot going on. The amount of clock that has gone off here is just...
You just want to give yourself a chance. Get in the end zone and put some pressure on the Ravens.
Shotgun, going to throw. 4th and 1. Incomplete. Ravens take over. 20 seconds left. That's the ball game, everybody. Ravens get the win at home, 30-16. Congratulations, Ravens fans. Thank you, Bears fans, for being here. Best of luck in your division. We will be back live tonight for the Steelers and the Packers at 8 o'clock. Make sure you're ready. Make sure you come over. I'm going to drop you right into that game. I'm going to drop you into the game when this ends. Do me a favor. If you like what I'm doing, just hit a like on that video for tonight. Give me a head start on likes. It helps things grow. Help me out there. Congratulations, Ravens are coming in to take a knee.
They're going to have a lot to learn from the end of the first half and the end of this game here.
Final 24 seconds.
There's the Ravens. They just got to fall forward, and they do. That's the ball game. We'll see you tonight. 8 o'clock, everybody. Can't wait. Come join us.